Hello friends, I am Naishek from blogtut.com, and today in this video I'll teach you how to create an amazing and professional website for your business. All the resources like the theme, the plugins and the page builder that we'll be using to create this website is absolutely free. Creating this website is super easy and you don't need to know any coding or anything to create this website. It's just simple drag and drop. We use elements and blocks to create different pages. You can easily change the color, the fonts, add animations, change the background color, or you can even put a video in the background. You can also easily add columns and spacings at top and bottom or left and right. In fact, if you want, you can simply import a complete page and just change the content in it according to your business. And everything is mobile friendly and tablet friendly. I'll teach you everything step by step and we won't be missing or skipping even a single step. Throughout the video, I'll give you tips and tricks on how to design a beautiful and a professional website. Now before proceeding further, I would like to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with more than 24,000 online classes in design, business, technology, photography and more categories. And the great thing is that there are many classes on WordPress and WordPress related things. For example, if you go to Skillshare and search for WordPress, you'll see that there are many classes on WordPress teaching the basics of WordPress, SEO on WordPress, WooCommerce tutorials and more. Also, there are classes on email marketing and social media marketing that you could watch to promote your website. Skillshare is also more affordable than most learning platforms. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. And the great thing is that the first 500 people who will sign up on Skillshare using the link which is given in the video description below will get their first 2 months for free. So for first 2 months you can watch any course and every course on Skillshare for free. So go ahead, use the link, sign up on Skillshare and start learning something new. Alright guys, now let me first show you the demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. Now the reason I show this demo is that you get an idea about what you're going to create in this video. Now because this video is going to be quite long, I have given all the timestamps in the video description below. So if you want to jump to some different section, you can simply click on that time link and you will be redirected to that section. Now my main aim in this video is to teach you how to design a website. What is the exact process that we have to go through for designing the website? How should we choose the fonts? How should we choose the colors, the images, the buttons and everything? I'm not just going to show you how to create a single page or how to create a single design. In fact, I am going to show you the process using which you can create unlimited designs, unlimited websites for your clients or maybe for yourself or for your business. Now let's see the homepage. So this is our homepage. As you can see, this looks amazing. First of all the pages will be divided into different sections. So this is our first section. If you see this colorful section, at the top we have our navigation bar and you can see this is a transparent navigation bar. We have our logo over here. I'll show you how you can create your own logo for free, so don't worry, you will see that thing also in the video description below where I show you how to create a logo for free. Then after that, at the right hand side we have our menus, you can see. Then we also have a button in the menu which is also very useful. Now if you see in the background we have a beautiful color. In fact, we have a gradient color, which means that it is a combination of two colors, because if you see at the top left corner we have this dark blue kind of color, and at the bottom right corner if you see this is the purple color. So we are mixing these two colors in a very beautiful and a soft way so that we cannot see any lining in between, but it mixes really beautifully. Now on top of that, we have also used an image in the background. If you can see these dots, these stars, these colorful things over here, that is an image. So we are overlaying an image and a gradient color in the background. So this is a very nice way to design a website, especially for your backgrounds. So I'll show you how you can do that. Everything is super easy. Believe me guys, you'll learn that thing later on in this video. Everything is really easy. Now this section is divided into two columns. At the left hand side we have this text, we have the title, subtitle and two different call to actions, and at the right hand side we have this image. Now if you see the second section, in the second section I have given my company's name and we have some text over here. So you can put this text or you can put in some description about your company, and I have given three features. to establish goal, work with the team, get results. So you can put something like this, and we have again some small text over here. You can see the design is so good. You can see all the fonts, everything is so consistent. So that is exactly what I'm going to show you, how to make a consistent website, how to make a website that is professional. You can see the colors which are all matching colors. You can see the orange color which is used. You'll see that color throughout your website. We have also used these icons, and that makes the website really beautiful. And when you hover over this, you can see this small animation. Okay, so I'll show you how you can do that. Then after that, we have the third section. In this section, we have some services. For example, I have given, maybe this website is for a SEO company, a local SEO company. So what services they can offer: Google SEO, brand strategy, local SEO, SEO analysis. Again, you can see the color of the icons are same, and when you hover this, you have some animation. You can put in this read more button, and you can redirect them whenever they want to learn more about Google SEO, what service you are providing for Google SEO. You can provide this read more button and read more link, and they can click on that link and they can read more about that particular service. Now after that, we have the our work section. So in this section, you can showcase your maybe portfolio, your services, whatever portfolio you have, or if you have worked for some companies, all those things you can show up over here. Okay, you can use different colors, and all the images, again I'm saying all the images that is used in this website, you'll be getting everything for free. So there is a link given in the video description below. You simply have to click on that link and you can download a file. That would be a zip file. You have to unzip that, and in that file you will see all these images. Then after that, we have the our news section. Now blog sections, or this section that you see on your screen right now, is a very important section, because this is the section that will be getting traffic to your website, because this is a dynamic section. You should be writing blogs for your companies. You can see all the companies, small or big, now has applied this strategy to have a different blog section. And that also I'll show you how you can have a different blog section, how you can write blogs so that you can get traffic on your website. Then after that, we also have the client section, so that you can show your testimonials over here. Very nice and simple way. Then we have this icons, so you can showcase those icons of those clients or those companies that you have worked with, or something like that. You have to showcase that thing. This is a slider, it will move automatically, as you can see. If you can use move it using your mouse, or it will just move it automatically. Now after that, we have the bottom section. This section will be present at the bottom of every single page, because our main aim is to get leads. Our main aim is to get more and more clients and more contacts. So whether you're providing any service or any product, you're selling any product or you're providing any service, you want customers to contact you so that you can provide them service or you can sell them that product. Okay, so that is what our main aim is. If you see at the top of this page, the first thing that we have is this call to action buttons. Even in this slider, we have the call to action button. So if the person goes through the page and if he comes to the bottom, again we have to give them a call to action so that they can contact us. And I'll show you how they can contact you, how is your contact page and everything. So this is how it is. Okay, then at the bottom we have this footer, we have this logo. Again, I'll show you how to create this logo. We have this menu, or it is actually the same menu that is used at the top. Then we have some copyright text. Okay, you can see in a very nice and simple way we have showcased our footer. Now let's see how different pages looks like. So let's see how the about us page looks like. Alright guys, so first of all, if you see, this is our about us page. We have named it who we are. Okay, so instead of giving the title about us, I have given the title who we are, so that they can see more about ourselves over here. Now again, if you see, the top header looks quite good. The top section, we have this header, there is this title, some subtitle, and at the bottom we have this image. On top of that image, there is this overlay of gradient color again, and we have this divider. If you see this beautiful divider, it looks really amazing, and this will be the same header or similar header throughout our website for different pages. For example, about us page, contact page, services page, all the page will have a similar header that gives a very consistent look to the website, and this looks really nice. Now when you scroll down, you can see the history of the company. So you can type in something about your company, how your company got started, and you can use these kind of images. These are all stock images. You can get these for free on internet. There are many different websites that you can get these images for free from. Now the next section, we have the people or the members section. In this section, we can showcase some important people of this company. For example, the CEO, digital marketer, SEO specialist. And this section also looks quite good. We have used a real image, the name, position of the person, and something about that person. So you can type about that person in 2 or 3 lines, and this looks so good. Then after that, we have this section. So again, we are giving them an option to contact us. Then at the bottom, as I said you earlier, this section will be present at the bottom of every single page. Then after that, we have the services page. So again, instead of services, I have given it a title of what we do, so that we can show them what services we provide. So first of all, Google AdWords, SEM campaigns made simple. So about Google AdWords and campaigns. The second service that we provide is brand strategy. The third one is ranking for local SEOs, local businesses. And the fourth one is web analysis. You can see in a very nice and simple way, we have showcased our services. Now we have the blog page. So instead of blog, I'm calling it news. And you can see a very nice and simple design of the blog page. You can just click on this simple blog and you can just read a single blog. But this is how the archive page for the blog looks like. Then the last, we have the contact page. You can see this is how the contact page looks like, the same header. Then after that, we have 2 sections. First, we provide our details. So they can get our details and they can contact us, or they can just enter their details and we can contact them. So both the options are available. We will also see how to integrate this map so that you can put in your office or your workspace location over here. Then after that, at the bottom, we have the our approach and services section. So when the person clicks on this button, more about us, they will be redirected to the about us section. When they click on our services button, they will be redirected to the services section. Alright guys, so this was a very short demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. Again, I'm saying this is not just one single website or one single design. It is more about learning the process. For example, this header section, how this thing is created and why did I choose these kind of colors. That is the main thing. Learning how to design a website. Once you know how to design a website, you can design unlimited different types of websites. So it's all up to you. Now before proceeding further, you guys can click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future updates. If you find this video helpful, give a thumbs up to this video. If you have any doubt, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can leave them in the comment section below. I would really appreciate if you could share this video on Facebook and Twitter. I don't care who watches them or not, but if you share them, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so thank you for that. Now let's start creating the website. Alright guys, now to create this website, in fact to create any kind of website, we need 2 basic things, a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name of your website or the URL of your website. For example, blogdut.com, nayashik.com, google.com, youtube.com, all these things are different domain names. So we need one of those, a domain name, and the second thing is that we need a hosting. So a hosting is a place or a computer wherein all your website data, all the files are saved. For example, if you see our website, all these images, all the pages, everything that you see on this website is saved in that computer, so that whenever a person visits your website from any particular country at any given time, they can see your website live. So we need both these things. Without these, we just cannot proceed further. Now rest everything is free. As I said you earlier, we'll be using a free theme, free plugins, and even the free page builder. But for this one, we need hosting cannot be free, obviously, because you're using someone else's computer to store your file. That computer is running 24/7, so there is a lot of cost going on, so you just cannot get it for free. Now there are many different companies out there in the market that provide hosting, and we have to be very careful about what company you're choosing for hosting your website, because this is a very important thing, very crucial thing, because a lot of things depends on this thing. For example, your website speed, performance, security, all these things depend on your hosting, so you have to be very careful about it. Now the three hosting companies or hosting providers that I recommend is TMD Hosting, SiteGround, and A2 Hosting. You'll see links to all three in the video description below, so you can, it's all your choice. You can choose any one of these and just go ahead and follow the same steps that I'm going to show you right now. Now the one that I personally use on my websites, on my clients' websites, or anyone that asks me for a good hosting, I recommend them TMD Hosting. Now the reason is very simple. That is a cloud hosting, unlike other hosting which are shared hosting. So at the same price of shared hosting, we are getting cloud hosting, and cloud hosting is much better in terms of everything. For example, it is a much faster hosting, a much secure hosting, and the experience of browsing a website on a cloud hosting, a website which is hosted on a cloud hosting, is just amazing, because everything is so smooth, everything is so fast, everything is loading so nicely, so fastly, that really makes the user experience much better. Whenever a person clicks on About Us page, it just loads instantly. So that is why I use cloud hosting, and that is why I recommend everyone using a cloud hosting. Now you can simply open a new tab and type in blogtoot.com/tmd. Alright guys, now you should be redirected to this page. By the way, all these links are given in the video description below. You can simply click on that link and you will be redirected to this page. Now at the top you'll see it says cloud hosting, so you can see that at the same price you're getting cloud hosting. Now when you scroll down, we'll see that three different plans, three different packages. You can choose any one of these. Now let me just very quickly go ahead and show you the different features so that you get to know a little bit about hosting and you can understand why I personally use this company and why I recommend this. Okay, so first two features that you see, it says 6-core CPU and 6 GB of DDR4 RAM. Now just a few moments ago I have explained you that a hosting is nothing but a computer. Now this computer which these guys are using to host our website file is a very fast computer. That computer is running a 6-core CPU and a 6 GB of DDR4 RAM. So that is a really fast computer. So the better the computer, the faster the computer, the faster your website will be. The second feature is unlimited bandwidth. Now this simply means that there is no limit on the data transfer, which means that we can download and upload unlimited amount of data on your website and from our website. We also get unlimited SSD space. Now this is the most important feature that I like about this particular hosting provider. We are getting SSD space, and that too unlimited SSD space. Now most of the companies out there in the market that provide the shared hosting, they provide the HDD space, the regular space, the regular hard drive, and this company is providing the SSD space. Now if you want, you can simply open a new tab and type in SSD versus HDD web hosting. Now you'll see there are many different articles written. You can just open a few of these and read them, but I recommend clicking on images so that we can see the same data in a graphical form. Now if you see this thing, this is comparing the HDD and the SSD. This orange bar is the HDD that other companies or other hosting providers and this green bar is the SSD. Now this is the one that TMD provides. As you can see, it says SSD space over here. Now first of all, we have three criteria over here. First one is speed, and at the bottom it says higher is better. You can see the speed of SSD is way more higher than the regular HDD. Second one is IOPS. Again at the bottom it says higher is better. Now this time also you can see, in fact this time the difference is around 100 times. So in terms of IOPS, SSD is 100 times better than HDD. The third one is latency, and latency should always be lower. Again at the bottom also if you see, it says lower is better. Again you can see the difference is around 100 times. So you can see SSD is way more better than the regular HDD. Now not only we are getting SSD space, we are getting unlimited SSD space. Now there are few companies out there in the market that do provide SSD space, but they provide a very limited space. For example, 10, 20 or maybe 30 GB SSD space, but here we are getting unlimited SSD space. That's amazing. Now the next feature is unlimited website hosted, which means that you just have to purchase the hosting once every year obviously, and in that one single hosting you can host unlimited number of websites. For example, we are creating this business website today. Tomorrow you might need to create an e-commerce or some other kind of website. You can host that website also in the same hosting. Tomorrow you don't need to purchase a new hosting plan to host that website. Okay, one single plan can host unlimited number of websites. We also get free cPanel and premium support. So if you need some help with your website, you can simply come on this page, click on this chat now button and chat with this person, whoever the person is online. So this is the live chat, so you can anytime come over here and chat with the person. These are the sales agents obviously, but if you tell them that you're facing a problem, they will redirect you to a technical support team and that will resolve your problem. We also get Lightspeed web server and free cPanel and wildcard SSL. Now this is a very important feature, SSL certificate. If you see your website, you'll see this lockpad over here. So this says that the connection is secure. Very important. You must have this thing if you're creating a website today. We also get optimum cache and memory cache instance of 256 MB. These two things also improve the performance of your website. Alright, so as I said you earlier, there are three packages over here: Starter, Business and Enterprise Cloud. I am personally using the Enterprise Cloud. If you're using this for the first time, if you're starting for the first time, I would recommend you to start with the Business Cloud. Don't start with the Starter Cloud, because if you see the difference between Starter Cloud and Business Cloud in terms of price is just $1 single. So Starter Cloud is around $6 per month and Business Cloud is around $7 per month. But for just $1 single difference, you can see you're getting a lot of features more. For example, here you're getting 2-core CPU, here you're getting 4-core CPU, 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM. Now the most important difference is that in Starter Cloud you can host only one website, and in Business Cloud you can host unlimited number of websites. So I would recommend you to start with the Business Cloud. Okay, so you can simply click on this Get Started button. Alright, now you will be redirected to this page. You can register a new domain, or you can just tick mark over here if you already have a domain. But because I'm getting the domain name for free, even if I don't require it, I'll just register a new domain name. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll type in the domain name that I want. Alright. Now once you type in the domain name, you can select the domain name extension. So there are many different extensions over here: .com, .net, .org. By default .com is selected, and I also recommend using the .com one. But if you're creating this website for a specific purpose, for example for a specific country, you can select a country specific domain name. For example .ca for Canada, .in for India, all these kind of things. Alright, so you can simply enter the domain name or your website name, select the extension and click on search. This will search whether this website is available or not. Alright guys, so this is available and we are getting redirected to the next section. Okay, review and complete. So it says congratulations, this website or this domain name is available. So what we can do, you can log in, but obviously we are doing this for the first time, so we cannot log in. We have to enter our information and create a new account. You have to enter your first name, last name, all your basic information over here. Then we have to enter the payment information. If you want to make payment through credit card, debit card, your ATM card, you can use this credit card section. Enter your card number, CVV number, all this card expiry date. You can make payment through PayPal, and they have also added the bank transfer option. So if your card is not accepted over here, you can try the bank transfer one. Okay. Now scroll down, we have the purchase information. In the purchase information, there are two things. Location, this is the data center location. By default, this one will be selected, or you have to select the one which says nearest to you. For example, Singapore says nearest to you for me, so I'll select Singapore. Period, by default 12 month is selected. I also recommend selecting the 12 month. Don't change it, let it be like this. Okay. Now when you scroll down, you will see some extra services. First one is domain registration and it is free, so we are fine with that. Second one is domain privacy. This is $10 annually, so I don't require this, so I'll untick this, turn it off. We just need this thing because this is free. Rest all these things will cost you money, so we don't require them. We can just untick them. Okay, make sure everything else is unticked. Come at the bottom under the coupon code section and type in NAYAR 7, NAYYAR and numeric 7 and click on apply. Now as you can see, it says promotion code accepted, your total has been updated, and you get additional 7% discount on this thing. Now your total is just under $100. Now you can tick mark these two things and click on complete order. Alright guys, now when you click on that complete order button, you will receive a mail from TMD, and that mail would look something like this. If you see, this mail has some really important and crucial information, so you must save this mail somewhere in your computer. You can take a printout, you can copy paste everything in a Word file, do anything, just make sure this information is safe and secure. You can also forward this mail to different email addresses. So if you own multiple email addresses, just forward this to those different email addresses. Now what we have to do, we have to go at the bottom, you'll see the control panel link. Open this link in a new tab. Now copy your username and password. You'll see your FTP username and password. Copy it from here, paste it over here and click on login. Now this is your cPanel. We don't have to select any one of these. There are many different options. You just have to go at the bottom under Softaculous App Installer and click on WordPress. Now we have purchased the domain and the hosting. Now it's time to install WordPress on our website. So you can simply click on install now button and you leave this thing as it is, the version you want to install. Under protocol, you have to select the HTTPS one. Okay, as you can see, if your site is if your site has SSL, then please choose the HTTPS. Okay, you have to select the one with the extension S. Select this thing. Now choose the domain name. After that, in the in directory thing, you'll see WP is already typed in. Delete that thing. Make sure this thing is empty. This thing is blank. Then after that, you have the site settings. Under the site name, you have to enter your website name, and in the description, you just have to describe your website in few words, or if you have a tagline for your company, you can put that over here. I'm not doing that thing. Okay. Now admin account details, you have to change these details. So make sure you change this admin and put in your custom username. So I'm putting my username over here. So change that and also put a admin password. So let me hide this. Now put in your username and password, and after that change or delete this email address and put in your personal email address over here. Now go at the bottom and click on install. Now WordPress is getting installed on your website, and this will take few seconds. Generally it takes around 10 seconds or less than that. So let's wait. Alright guys, now as you can see, everything is installed. Now you'll get two links. The first one is your website link and the second one is the dashboard link. So I am opening both the links in a new tab. This is how your website looks and this is your dashboard. Now whenever you want to come to your dashboard, you simply type in your website name. For example, in this case it is astra.blogtoot.com, and after your website name you just type in hashtag WP-admin. Okay, now this page is a very important page. Okay, this dashboard page is a very important page because this is the page from where you will control everything that happens on your website. For example, if you want to create a new page, a new post, a new product, anything, you will do that from here. If you want to change the design of your website, if you want to add some functionalities in your website, everything will be done from here. Okay, so this is your control room. You can control your website from here. So make sure you remember this, your website name /WP-admin. Now let's start changing everything. So from the left hand side, you'll see few options. You have to click on appearance. Now from this option, from the appearance option, you can change the design of your website. So you'll see there are three themes already installed. So themes are basically the designs of the website. For example, 2019 theme is installed, and this is how this design of your website looks like. We have some few more themes over here. For example, we have the 2017 theme. If I just activate this 2017 theme and go to my website and refresh it, you can see now the design is totally changed. So this is what theme does. It changes the design of your website, and just by changing the theme, you can see the design now looks completely different. But we don't require these themes, so we can simply delete them. So open them and delete it. Alright, now after this we have plugins. From the left hand side you will see this plugins, click on that. Now you'll see there are 3 plugins already installed. First of all, deactivate any plugin that is activated. Now we have to delete these plugins. So I'll tick mark over here. It will tick everything, select everything. From the bulk action, select delete and click on apply. This will delete all the 3 plugins. Now plugins are things that add extra functionalities to your website. For example, these 3 plugins that we just deleted, the first one was Akismet anti-spam. Now all these 3 plugins were good and nice plugins, but we don't require them for now. So Akismet anti-spam, what it does is it filters the spam comments that you get on your website. We have this WP Super Cache. This plugin does caching on your website, so it improves the performance of your website. So these plugins do different things, adds different functionalities on your website. You'll learn about these things later on in this video. Now after that you'll see this settings thing. So hover settings and click on permalinks. Now by default day and name string or permalink is selected. You have to select this one, post name. Select this, go at the bottom and click on save changes. Now click on general under the settings. Now from here, if you have not already changed your site title and tagline, you can change it from here. If you want to change the email address, you can change it from here. And now go at the bottom and click on save changes. Alright guys, now let's click on appearance. Now let's install a free theme. So I'll click on add new and we'll search for Astra, ASTRA. This is a free plugin. It's a very nice plugin. So we can just hover this, click on install. Now once it is installed, we can click on activate. Now click on this get started button. Alright guys, now you will see that you get a library. You will be automatically redirected to this page. Now you can select Elementor and you'll see there are website designs already made for you, so you can simply use them. But before that, let's install few plugins. So I'll hover this, or maybe you can do one thing. First of all, you have to understand one thing. There are 2 ways of creating a website and I'll show you both the ways. Okay, the first one is just using any one of these layouts. For example, you can just select any one of these. For example, if you like this layout, if you like this design, you select this thing. You have all the pages. It's not that you just have one page, you have the complete website. For example, this is your home page, this is your about us, services, projects, blogs, all the pages are present over here. So this is the first way. You just simply import a complete website and after that you just change your content. For example, you can change the title, the subtitle, you can change the background image, you can change the button color and all those things. You can change everything that is present on the website. That is the first way. The second way of creating a website is creating a website from scratch. So I'll show you both the ways, in the sense that first we'll import this thing, we'll see how this looks, and after that I will show you everything from scratch. Now it is very important according to me to learn how to create a website from scratch. Now because the reason is very simple, even if you want to import a website, a web design, you must know how to change what. For example, if you want to change the button, you should know how to change the button color, how to change the link, how to change the typography, background color, how to insert animation, how to insert a shadow or whatever. So for that you must learn that. So you have to learn how to create a website from scratch, and in that process you'll see how to use different elements that is present in Elementor and you can create your own website. So first of all, we have to install the required plugins to install this design. So let me click on install plugins. It will install all the plugins that are required to install or just import this web design. Alright guys, now as you can see, all the required plugins are installed. Now we can import this site, import this design. So simply click on this import this site button, click on OK. Alright guys, now the complete design is imported. Now you can see how your website looks. So you can click on this button, done. Let's see the design, let's see the changes now. Okay, now this is your website. As you can see, everything is imported. All the media, all the background images, buttons, everything is imported. And this is such a nice and beautiful design. You can see all the everything, from top to bottom, footer, menu. Let's see the about page. Okay, you can see this is how it looks. Okay, very simple and nice page, services page. Again, if you notice one thing, these guys are also, using the same thing or doing the same thing that I'm going to show you, that these guys are making a very consistent design. Let me explain you in very short. For example, if you see the top section of this page, services page, you have the title, and in the background we have this image. Then we have this title, we have this beautiful divider, pink color divider, subtitle, and all the fonts are from the same font family. It's not like they are using a different font style over here, then a different font style over here. This is a bigger font, this is a small font. It's not like that. It's all the same font family with the same size. Okay, so this is a very consistent design. Now let's see the about page. You can see same design. Okay, the top section we have the title over here with the same size, same font family. We have the image in the background again. So very consistent design. Let's see the projects. Okay, same design you can see. So this is exactly we are going to implement on our website. So this looks quite good. So if you want, you can just keep this website for yourself and do the changes. So you can go to the home page first, and let's start doing the changes with the home page. You simply click on this edit with Elementor link at the top. Now suppose if you want to change this title, a wonderful gift, I'll click on this. Now when you click on this, at the left hand side, all the option related to this particular element that you have clicked on will be present. For example, if you see a title, a wonderful gift is given, I'll change this and type in Nair Sheikh. Now as you can see, Nair Sheikh is typed in over here. Now if you want to change this style, I can click on style. So basically every single element will have three sections: content, style, and advanced. In the content, obviously you just have to enter the content which we already did, Nair Sheikh, that is the content. Now in this style, we can obviously style the content. We can change the color, change the typography, font family, font size. We can change the size, we can change the font style like this. Now you can see the style will change. Let me select this one. You can see style is changing. So you can do all these things from here. You can, and in the advanced section, you can do some more things. For example, you can add a background color. You can add animation like this. Okay, so this is how you can do. You can add some spacing at top and bottom. You can add some responsive thing, whether if you want to hide this thing in the mobile phone, you can do that as well. Okay, so this is how the design is changed. Now let me do one thing. Let me again delete all the pages that we have just imported, and let's start creating the website from scratch, so that you understand, even if you import a design, how will you make the changes. Okay, because now you are going to learn about all the elements, how to use those elements, how to design those elements. Okay, so let's do that. First of all, I'll go back to my dashboard. Now I'll click on pages. I'll tick mark over here and delete all the pages. So from bulk action, I'll select move to trash and click on apply. Now all the pages are deleted. Now let me go to the home page. This is how it will look. Now let me do one thing. Let me hover this new and click on page. So let's click let's create a new page, the home page. Let's start with the home page. Now again, you can also do that from here. Hover pages and click on this add new. Okay, under pages you have add new, you will come to the same page. Now let's give it a title. Obviously we'll name it home because this is our home page. Now after that, I'll just click on publish. Alright, now it says the home page is now live. So let's see how this page looks like. Click on view page. So this is how the page looks like, but I want my home page to be quite different, like this one. So in this home page, we don't have a sidebar, we don't have a title, we don't have anything like that. And here you have this sidebar. You can see over here, this is the sidebar, this is the title. We don't want all these things. So I'll delete that. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll cut this thing from here. Just follow my cursor. I'll cut this thing from here. I'll go to document, go at the bottom. I'll disable the title because I don't want this title. This is the title. I'll disable the featured image, and I'll, under the content layout, I'll select full width stretched. Okay, and under the sidebar, I'll select no sidebar because we don't want this sidebar. Okay, Now again click on update. Now come back to your home page and refresh it. Now you can see we have a blank page. This is the footer, this is the header, and in between we have nothing. Okay, so this is exactly what we needed to start creating the home page. But there is one more thing left. If you see our URL bar, it says your website name /home. Okay, but in our demo website it does not say like that. It's just the website name, and when you click on home, it just shows this page, but it does not show that /home thing in the URL bar. Okay, so let's fix that. So again, come back to your dashboard, and from the left hand side, hover settings and click on reading. Now you'll see this home page. Your home page displays your latest post is selected. You have to select this one, a static page, and select home from here. Okay, and click on save changes. Now come back over here. Let me refresh this page. Now as you can see, we are still on the same page, but that /home is gone. Now this is officially our home page. Now let's start designing the page. So I'll click on pages. We have this home over here. I'll click on edit. And now I'll click on edit with Elementor to start designing this page using Elementor. Alright guys, now when you use Elementor, you'll see a layout like this. First, let me explain you this layout, and after that we can start creating the page. Now at the left hand side, you have this Elementor elements. Okay, so there are different elements that we can use to create the page. For example, if you want to add an image, you'll use this image element, and you can simply drag and drop this thing over here. Okay, now you can add an image and you can do all these things. If you want to add something else, for example, if you want to add Google Map, you can drag and drop this Google Map on this page and it will display the Google Maps. If you want to add something else, for example, if you want to add a image gallery, progress bar, for example, let's add a progress bar. You can drag and drop this thing. Now you can see the progress bar. Once it is installed, once you have added that element, you can click on that element. For example, when I click on this progress bar, at the left hand side, I'll get all the options related to progress bar. Now I can change the title, change the style, and do all these things. If I want to make changes to this thing, Google Map, I'll click on Google Map. I'll get all the options at the left hand side. As you can see, edit Google Maps. I'll get all the options related to Google Maps. If I want to make some changes, for example, if I want to delete this thing, I can just click on this X button. And by mistakenly, if you have done some mistake, if you want to undo that, you can simply press Ctrl Z on your keyboard. And now as you can see, everything is again present. You also have this revision or history link at the bottom. You can click on that. You'll see all the changes that you have made. If you want to go back to that change, for example, the first thing that we did was adding an image. If I want to go back to that step, I can simply click on this. Now as you can see, we are redirected to this page. Now let me cut this thing. Okay, and whenever you make any changes on your website, you must click on this update page. And if you want to see how your website looks on a mobile phone, you can click on responsive mode and click on mobile. This will show you how your website will look on a mobile phone. Okay, so this was a very short kind of intro to the layout of the Elementor. Obviously you'll learn these things in more detail when we go later on in this video. Okay, so first of all, let's see over here. So if you see this thing, this is our first section. This section is actually divided into two columns. This is the first column. In this column, we have the title, the subtitle, these buttons. And in the second column, we have this image. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's first click on this plus button to add a new section. And this section should be divided into two columns. So I'll select this one, a section with two columns. Now as you can see, we have a column over here. We have another column over here. In this column, first we have is this text. So I'll do one thing. I'll come back over here. Now whenever we want to go to elements, you click on this. If you follow my cursor, you can see this icon, 9 dots icon. Click on this dots icon. I'll call it dots icon. Okay. Now because we want to add this simple text, we will use this element, heading element. I'll drag this and drop it under the column 1. Now as you can see, it will give you a demo thing like add your heading text here. We have to delete this text and put in our text. So I'm just typing, we provide the best SEO services. Now at the bottom, if you want to link this text to some page, for example, if you want to link this text to some page or some a different website, you can put in that link. If you want to change the alignment, for example center align, left align, or justified, you can do it like this, but we are going to make it left align for now. Now let's design or style this thing. So click on style. Now first of all, if you see, this looks quite big, the font is bigger, the style is nice, this is white color and all those things. So let's do that things. First of all, we have to change the text color, but I will do that at the end, because if you see, our background over here is white. If I make the text color also white, this text will disappear. That is why we'll do that thing later on. First, let's change the typography, the style, the sizing and all those things. So to do that, you'll see this typography and you'll see this pencil icon. Click on that. First of all, we have to change the style or the font family. So I'll select that. I'll search for Source Sans Pro. Okay, this Source Sans Pro. This is the font family that we will be using throughout the website. Obviously, you don't have to use the same font family. If you like something else, like for example Roboto, Lato, Montserrat, these are also some really nice fonts, so you can use those as well, but I'll be using Source Sans Pro throughout the website. Now let me increase the size of this one, so I can just drag this thing like this, increase or decrease the size. So I'll make it around 64. Okay, this looks much better. If I want to make it bolder or lighter, I can change the weight thing. So under weight, if I select 100, it becomes very light, very thin. If I select 700 or 900, it becomes very dark, okay, or very bold. So this is what it does. Now we have some text transfer option. For example, if you want to make everything uppercase, you can select uppercase. Now as you can see, all the letters are capital. If you want to select capitalize, this will capitalize every first letter of the word. For example, we provide you can see that by yourself. So I'll select capitalize is fine. I don't want to select uppercase for now. Style, if you want to make it italic, you can do that. Okay, so I'll make it default. Decoration, if you want to put in underline, you can select these things. Okay, if you want to put line through, you can select that as well. We don't want to do that, we'll keep it default. Line height, if you increase this thing, you can see the height between the line. For example, this line and this line increases, the space between the lines or height of the line increases the more you increase it. Okay, and whenever you want to make it default, for example, if I want to make it default, what I can do is I can select this and delete it. Okay, so whatever is present over here, delete it and it will make it default. Letter spacing, it will increase the spacing between the letters. So if I do it like this, you can see the spacing between the letters is getting increased. Again, if I want to make it default, I'll select this, delete it. Fine, this is how it looks. But I want to decrease the letter spacing by 2, so I'll type in -2. Okay, because I want everything to be much closer, so I can type in -2 like this. Now after that, we have this text. Let me add this text. So I'll simply copy it, come over here, again click on this dot icon. Now again, because this is also simple text, I'll use the heading element. I'll drag and drop this thing over here. I'll paste in my text over here. This looks quite bad. Okay, we also have this thing. Let me delete it. I just want this lorem ipsum text. Now go to style and let's change the style for this one. Again, I won't be changing the color now. We'll change the color later on. First, let's change the style. So again, under typography, Source Sans Pro will be the family, font family. Now I'll decrease this size to maybe 21 looks better. So 21, and weight, I'll make it 400. I know I want very light and thin font. This looks better. Now you can also do one thing. You can also increase the line height for this one. So line height by default EM is selected. I can select PX for pixels and I can make it maybe 30 pixels line height. Okay, now you can see this looks much better. Now after this, we have these buttons, 2 different buttons. So let's do that. So for that, what I'll do is I'll add this inner section. I'll drag and drop this just below this one. So inner section adds columns inside a column. Okay, so for example, this is one single column. Now if I want to add multiple columns inside this column, I use this inner section. Now as you can see, in this inner section, we have these 2 columns. Okay, so this is very useful. Now in the first column, I want to add this button. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll simply click on this dot icon and I'll drag and drop this button element in the first column. This is how it will look. We have to change the design. First of all, let's change the text. So on this button, it says buy now. So let me type in buy now. Okay. If you want to link this button to some page, you can enter that link over here. If you want to make it center aligned, left aligned, right aligned, you can do that from here. Okay. If you want to change the size of the button, medium, large, extra large, you can also do that as well. I'll just want to make it small. You can also add an icon to the button. For example, you can select this. Let's select this anchor icon. Now you can see this button has an anchor. If you want to add this icon after the text, you can select after. Okay. You can increase the space between the text and this icon. Okay, so all these options are available, but for now I don't want to use this icon, so I'll cut this thing. All right, I just want to use this simple text. Now let's style this button. So click on style. First of all, I have to change the typography of this thing, the buy now text. So I'll select this typography. Font family will be Source Sans Pro. Size of this text will be 14 pixels. Now weight, I'll select 600. Okay, this is how it will look. Transform, I'll select uppercase, everything, all the letters should be uppercase by now. Okay. Now I can do one thing. I can also add 1 pixel of letter spacing between them. This is how it will look. Now let's change the colors. Text color should be white, but the background color, I want this nice orange type of color. Okay, so I'll select this color. You can just click on this blue color or any color and you can select any color of your choice from here. Okay, for example, if you want to orange color, you can drag and drop this thing. Okay, you can select any color from here, but I have a specific code with me, so I'll type in FFA737. Okay, this will give me this orange color. Okay, you can copy this code or you can just remember this code FFA737, so that you know whenever this orange color is applied on your website, you can copy paste this same code. Okay, so that you get a very consistent design on your website. So I'll copy this thing, FFA737. Now let's change some more style. For example, border radius, just enter 30 pixels. When you enter 30 pixels, you will see that the space, the corners of this button is now become circular. If you enter 0, it will be a rectangular button, just like this. If you enter 30 or 50, something like that, the corners will become circular, rounded, and this looks much better. Now padding, how much padding do you want? So padding is this, you know, you can see the left and right have some space, looks this kind of thing. You'll understand it when we add padding. Okay, so for example, let me add 10 over here. When I add 10, you'll see 10 pixels is added on all sides because this is linked. If I add 20 pixels will be added from all sides. So we have to delink this thing. So I'll delink it. For top, I'll add 10. For right, I'll add maybe 40 or maybe 30, 40, whatever, 30, or let's add 40. For bottom also I'll add 10, and for left I'll add 40. So basically for top and bottom I have added 10 pixels padding, and for left and right I have added 40 pixels padding. Okay, so this is how your button looks. Now I'll drag this column thing over here. Alright, just like this, fine. Now instead of creating the other button from scratch, what I can do is I can right click on this button, click on copy. Now right click in this column and click on paste. Now we have the same button without doing anything. Now we just need to do a little bit changes and everything will be good. Okay, we don't have to do everything from scratch, so this saves a lot of time. First of all, the button text is contact us. Okay, so we just have to enter contact us as the button text. Second thing is go to style and change the background color. Now for this you have this kind of background color, you can see light blue kind of background color, so you can put in that same color. Now for this also I have a specific code 607AFE. Okay, it will give you this light blue or purple type of color. This looks much better. Now again, as I said you earlier, whenever you do some changes to your website, for example, we have added so many things, you always have to click on this update button so that all the changes are updated on your website. So even if you by mistakenly cut this page or do something like that, all the changes will be saved. Now the left column is done. Let's add this image in the right column. So what I'll do is I'll click on this dot icon. I'll bring this image element over here at the right column, delete this thing and add the image. So I'll upload this image. Now you'll see by default in your media library all these images are added. That is because we imported that website. So in that website it had all these images, that is why. Okay, so I'll click on upload files, select files. Now as I said you earlier, you'll find a link in the video description below. Follow that link, click on the download button. You'll download a zip file. Okay, and in that you just have to unzip that file, and when you unzip that file you'll see this folder, media folder. In this you have all these images. So let me do one thing, let me just upload all the images at once, so that whenever we require these images I can just upload it. Let me see. Now as you can see, the upload speed is super fast, and the reason is very simple, because we are using a cloud hosting with SSD server. Okay, as you can see, this upload speed is super fast. So let it upload. Okay, so all the images, all the media is uploaded. Now let me find this image. Okay, so let's see. This is the image. Select this thing. This is best SEO service slide 1 PNG. Okay, select this, click on insert media. This is how it will look. Now if you see, this thing is not looking that good. All the content are towards up. So what we can do is we can click on this, follow my link. You can see this thing. We can click on this column settings. Click on this where I have clicked, follow my cursor, you'll see that. Okay, click on column settings. Under content position, make it middle. Now all the content will be in middle, and this looks much better. Now we can add the background thing. Okay, this gradient color and this image. So let's do that. So click on this column edit section over here at the top, this blue dot thing that you see. Follow my cursor again. You'll see this edit section at the left hand side. So first of all, go to style, change the background color. If you just want to enter a single color, you can click on this classic button, classic link, select the color, for example blue color. Okay, this is how it will look. If you want to enter a image in the background, you can again select the classic and enter the, or just select the image. For example, let's select maybe this image, quite small. Okay, let me select, okay, maybe this image. Let's select this image, click on insert media. Now as you can see, we have that image in the background. You can do some more changes over here, like you can change the size to cover. It will look much better. So you can do this thing as well. Now as you can see, this also looks so much better. It looks really beautiful. Okay, so you can use an image also, but I am deleting this. I'll use a gradient color. So I'll select the second one, gradient. If you want to use a video in the background, you can simply click on video. You can enter any video link from YouTube. Just copy the video link, paste it over here, and that video will be added in the background. Okay, we want to add the gradient, so I'll select the gradient. I'll select the color 1. Okay, so you have to select one color. For example, let's select this color and color 2. This is how it will look. Now we can change the angle and all those things. So for color 1, I'll select something else. I'll add this thing. I'll select 080E7B. Okay, this is the color 1 that I want. For color 2, I'll again change this thing to 7B2FDE. Okay, this is the color 2 that I want. Okay, you can see this is how it looks. Now we can change the location for color 1 and 2, and we can also change the angle. So if you want to see what is the location, just when I change the location, just see the changes on this page. You can see, understand that. When I increase the location of color 1, you'll see that color 1 is, just capturing the whole section. Now when I make it 100, the color 1 will be on 100% of the page. Okay, so I'll make it 20 for color 1. So color 1 will start from here, 20%. For color 2 location, I'll select 80. Okay, this is how it look. And angle, this is 180 degree. So 180 degree, we all know just a flat thing. Okay, so we have one color at top, one at the bottom. If I change the color angle, you can see the color angles are changing. So for this, I'll select maybe 160 looks better. So once you select this thing, we can also add an overlay, which means that we can mix this background with something else. For example, you can select background overlay and we can select an image. So again, we can use that image that we have just used, which was, I guess, this one. Let's select this, click on insert media. Now, as you can see, we have the image and we also have this color. Let's make it cover size. This also looks so much better. You can increase or decrease the opacity. For example, if you increase the opacity, the image will be more clear. If you decrease the opacity, the image will be very light. And now this also looks so much better. Okay, but I'm not using this image. I'll delete it. I'll click on this plus button and I'll use this dots one, which is, I think, this one. So let me select this. It is untitled 16. I was trying some more, so you can see that files over here. I'm using this untitled 16. Click on insert media. Now you can see it looks something like this. Now let me increase the opacity to 1. Okay, this is how it looks. Okay, size will be cover. This looks much better. Now once we have this thing, now we can change the color of this text. So click on text 1, go to style, change the color to white. Text 2, style, change the color to white. Now you can see this looks amazing. Let's update this page. You can hide this thing to see how this thing looks. Okay, you can see it is looking amazing. I really like how this thing has turned up. This really looks awesome. If you want to see these changes in a new page, you can click on this I button to preview changes. Now you can see this is how it looks on your website. Let's see the demo page. This is how it looks on a demo website. We just have to do one more things. If you see in the demo website, we have a little gap at left and right, very little gap, but here we have a lot of gap. Okay, so we have to fix that thing. So let's fix that. Come back to this page, click on this edit section, and you have to increase the width of the content. For example, if you do it like this, for example, if you make it 600, all the content will have to fix within will have to fix themselves within 600 pixels. If I increase it something else, the content width increases. So I want to make it 1280. Click on update. Let's come over here. Let's see the changes. I think this looks much better. Okay, according to me, I think this looks much better. You can also do one thing. If you see there is nice amount of gap over here, we have this thing, then some gap, and then this thing. So you can also do that as well if you want. So you can do this by again selecting the edit section, and column gap you can select narrow, or maybe if you want some more gap you can select wide. Now you can see, let's see the changes. Now there is a lot of gap between these two things. Okay, so if you want, you can select this as well. Now click on update. So with this, we have completed the first section. In fact, we have not yet completed the first section, frankly speaking. Let me fix this button. We have to see whenever we complete, let me do one thing. Let me select this section, this section, inner section, click on this blue edit section button. And for column gap, select no gap. Okay. This will give you a better look. Fine. Now, as I was saying that whenever you do this much, it is not yet completed. We have to see how this page looks on a mobile phone and on a tablet. So if you want to see that, if you want to make the changes, you can simply click on this desktop icon and select mobile. Now, as you can see, this is how it will look on a mobile phone, and this looks terrible. It really looks so bad. Okay, so we have to fix this thing. So it's quite easy to fix it because we have all the content. We just have to do a little bit changes in this setting. So I'll select the title and I'll go to style. First of all, I'll make it alignment. I'll make it center. So most of the things in the mobile phone will be center aligned. Now I'll make it center aligned. I'll go to style, select the typography, and let's change this size. Okay, to maybe 30, 35, whatever you feel good according to you. You can change this size like that. Okay, maybe. Okay, for me 34 I think looks good. Now select this second text. Again, make it center align. Go to style and typography. Let's change this size to Okay, 13 or 14, maybe let's see 14 looks better. But we have a lot of gap line height because we have added that line height for the desktop, but for mobile phone we don't need this line height. So I'll make it like this, 1.1 or 1.4 em. Okay, you can select line height 1.4 em is selected, looks much better. Now let's fix these buttons. So I'll click on this edit section first of all, and I will do one thing. No gap is selected, which is fine. Now I'll click on this edit column. Just follow my cursor if you don't understand that. Click on this edit column. You'll see this option, and in the content width, type in 50 pixels. Now second edit column, again 50 pixels, 50%, I'm sorry. So what this will do is it will bring both the buttons in 50-50%, and that will make both the button in one single line. Okay, this looks much better. Now because this button does not look nice, we can do some few more changes. For example, we can select the button 1. We can go to style and we can decrease the padding. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll unlink this. For this top, I'll make it 10. For right and left, instead of 40, I can select 25. Okay, so top and bottom 10, left and right 25. In desktop it was 40. In mobile phone we can make it 25. Now select the second column, second button. Go to style. Again delink the padding. Top 10, right and left 25, and bottom 10. Now this looks much better. Okay, so this is how it will look on a mobile phone. Now let me do one thing. Let me add some gap at top. Okay, at top of this thing, about this title, let me add some gap. So there are many ways you can do that. For example, you can use this spacer. You can just put over this thing and you will have this empty space at top of this thing. Okay, so this is also an easy way to do this. But what I would recommend you is delete this thing and use this edit section. So click on edit section, go to advanced, and you have this margin, you have this padding. So first of all, unlink this, and top padding, let's select 50. Now this will add 50 pixels top padding only for mobile phone, so you don't have to worry about that. If you see, this mobile phone is selected, this mobile thing is now selected, which means that this thing is added only on mobile phone. Now let me click on update. Let me see the desktop version again. Now as you can see, the desktop version looks exactly the same as it was. Now let's see the mobile phone, and this is how it looks. You can also change the style for tablet. So select tablet. This is how it looks on tablet. Let's see, change this design. So select this text. Let's change this thing. Go to style, typography, and for tablet, maybe let me select 40 pixels maybe. Okay, 40 pixels look good. Select the second text. Again style, for this one, okay, maybe 16. Okay, 15 looks better. And for button, again I'll select the column 1, make it 50%. Column 2, make it 50%. Looks amazing. Now click on update. So with this, we have completed the section 1, the first section of the home page. Now I have given a lot of time to this section because I wanted you guys to understand everything. Now again, one more thing is left. We are not yet done. If you want to add some animation, let me show you how you can do that. Okay, after that it will be complete. Now what I was saying is I have given a lot of time to this section. The reason is very simple, so that you can understand how this process works. Okay, so once we give once I give more time to one section, you know what you have to do with other sections. Okay, so for now, other sections, if I don't do the mobile friendly thing for mobile and tablet that we have just done, make sure you at least do that, because it is very important that your website looks good on a mobile phone. Okay, first of all, let's see how we can add some animation. So first of all, I'll select this edit section, go to advanced and enter entrance animation. I can select anything, and let me select maybe let me select this simple fade one. Okay, fade in left. So this will fade in from left. Okay, let's see again. Okay, this is how it looks. So if you see, all the animation is applied to everything, to complete section. What you can do is you can add different animation to section and different animation to different elements. Let me explain you. First of all, we have added this fade in left to this section. Now let me add some other animation to this elements. For example, this text, these buttons and all those things. So I'll select the text one. I'll go to advanced, and under entrance animation, I'll select slide in from left. Okay. Now I'll decrease the animation duration to slow, and I'll explain you the reason. Okay. Select the second text, go to advanced, under entrance animation, let's make this one slide in from right. Okay. Again, make it slow. Let's select the button one, go to advanced. Okay. Entrance animation, let's make it slide in up, maybe make it slow. Now select the second button, advanced, let's make it slide in down and slow animation. Okay. Okay, it zoom in down. Let's select slide in down. Here it is, slide in down. Fine, slow animation. Let's select this image, and for this maybe fade in right. Okay, fade in right, slow animation. Let's click on update. Click on this I button to see the changes. Now you can see the animation looks amazing. Let me refresh it again. Okay, looks amazing. Now with this, we have completed this section 1. Let me take some rest, and after that I'll start creating some other sections. Alright guys, now let's start with the second section. So if you see over here, this is our second section. We have 3 different features showcased over here. So let's see how we can do that. So first of all, you have to come back to this page, and to add a new section, we'll click on this plus button, and this time we'll select a single column, because obviously we have one thing in this is in single column, this is also in single column, and after that we'll have to add 3 different columns for these things. Okay, for now we just have to use single column, and the first thing that we have is this simple text. So I'll copy this thing, and to use this thing we'll be using the heading element. So drag and drop the heading element over here, change the text, make it center align. Now let's go to style. Now the color that you will set over here, you have to use the same color, the consistent color throughout the website for the heading. Okay, for example, this is the heading, this is the color. Okay, then after that, this is also the heading. So we have to use all the same font size, same font family, same font color for all the headings and also the subheadings throughout the website. Okay, so make sure to remember that. So for the heading, I'm going to select the color 202020. Okay, you'll get this black color, a little bit lighter black, you can say. Then after that, let's change the typography. Now obviously this font family will be same, Source Sans Pro. Now for the font size, I want to make it 38, and again remember, you have to use the same font size throughout the website. Okay, for the weight, let's try 700. It's already 700. Let me make it 900. Okay, or maybe 700, whatever you like. Okay, so 38 700. And for the line height, I'll first of all I'll have to select this px pixels, and I'll select 49. So remember these settings. Okay, and now for the latent spacing, I'll select -1. Okay, now as you can see, now these things are looking much better. Now this is the same thing that you have to use throughout the website for heading. Color 2020, Source Sans Pro 38 pixels, size 700, weight 49, line height, and -1 as letter spacing. Okay, so this is what it is. Now after that, we have to add this thing, this subheading. Okay, so I'll copy this thing. Now again, I'll click on this dot icon, will bring the heading text just below this thing. Now paste in this thing. Now because if I want this thing on the next line and this thing on first line and 2 lines, so what I can do is, after this text which is over here, I can put in this thing. Okay, fine. So you can put in this thing. Okay, BR under these brackets. Okay, arrow brackets. Okay, I hope you can see this. So BR under these arrow brackets, you have to put this thing. So all the thing after this text which is this text, will come on next line. Let's make it center aligned. Go to style. Now for this color, I will choose 5D5F64. Again, remember this color 5D5F64. Now typography, same font family, Source Sans Pro. And for the size, I'll select 21. Let's make it a little bit lighter. So 400. Yeah, looks better. And rest everything I think is fine. Okay, so this is the title, this is the subtitle, just like this. Now let's add these three things. Okay, so for this thing, we'll click on this dot icon, then we'll add inner section. Fine. Now by default, 2 columns are present. If you want to add a column, you right click on this edit section and click on add new column. Now as you can see, 1, 2 and 3 columns. Now let's add this thing. Okay, so for this we have to use a element called icon box, which is over here under general, the second one, icon box. Drag and drop this thing under column 1. First of all, the icon is this or whatever icon you like. So for this icon, that was road icon, I guess. Yeah, road icon. Select this road icon. For the title, we have establish goals. And for the text, we have this text or whatever text you want. So let's paste in this text. Now let's style this thing. So first of all, what we have to do is, let me see. Now let's style this thing. So go to style. Now the first thing that we need to do is we need to change this color. Okay, the icon color. So if you remember the color which we have used over here for the button, we have to use the same color. Okay, so select this primary color and type in FFA737. Okay, this was the color that we used for this button. Now after this, we have to add the title thing. So we'll select this content. And for this one, this is the title. So title color, you can set the same color 202020. Okay, black color. For typography, we can change this to Source Sans Pro. Size 28 pixels and line height, I think it's fine. We don't need to change the line height. It looks better. Now let's change the subtitles. So I'll select this thing, description. Okay. For this color, we can select the same color 5D5F64. Okay. This looks better. Just like this. Now after this, again, we'll click on this typography. We'll change the font family to Source Sans Pro. Size to 18 pixels. And we can increase line height if you want. You can select this line height. You can select PX for pixels and select 32. Okay, this is how it will look. Now what we can do is, if you see over here, there is the background color of this complete section is a little bit different. It's very light gray color, and the background color for these columns that we have just created is white color. So let's do that. So first of all, let's do the changes in this section. So select this edit section, go to style and select background color, select color and type in F2, F2, F2. Okay, you'll get this color, gray color. If you want to make it more lighter, you can do that, but this is the one that I am selecting. Okay, fine. Now after this, let's see how it looks. First of all, this is how it looks. Now what I'll do is I'll add some gap at top and bottom. This gap, there is some gap at top of this thing, and there is also some gap at the bottom. So let's add that one. Okay, so we'll go to advanced, unlink this thing. For padding top, I'll add 50 pixels, and for padding bottom also 50 pixels. Fine. Or maybe for padding bottom, we can increase this to 75 pixels. This looks better. Now let's do one thing. Let's add this white color in the background, just like we have over here. The background of this is white. So let's do that. So we'll select this thing, pencil button, go to advanced, select this background, make the color, select this classic option, color white. Okay, let's see how it looks. So this is how it looks, but it does not look that good because everything is touching these sides. If you see, this text is touching these sides, this icon is touching, there is no gap from all the sides. Like we have over here, we have some gap from all the sides. Let's see how we can fix that. So we can go to advanced section and add a padding of maybe 35. Let's see how it looks. Alright, much better than what it was before. Again, we can fix few things. For example, if you see again, there is a small gap from left and right. So let's do that so that, this looks like this. So what we can do, we can bring this thing over here, go to this inner section. First, let's go to the top section, make the content width 1280. Now come select this inner section, do the same thing, content width 1280. Now let's see how it looks. Okay, now this looks much better. Now we don't need to, do the same thing again. We can simply right click on this, copy, paste and paste. Let's see. Okay, now as you can see, we have saved a lot of time. Let me also add some gap at top over here. I think there is some gap required below this thing and between this thing. Okay, so let's do that. So I'll select this section, go to advanced, delink this, and for the top, let's add maybe 40 pixels. Yeah, now we have some gap over here. Now we just need to do one thing. We just need to change the title, which is this thing, work with the team, and the icon. So select this thing, change the title. For the icon, let's select the camera icon or whatever icon you like, video camera icon this time. Okay, the third one. Okay, this is the get results and we have this graph. So select this, get results, and let's select graph icon, maybe chart. Let's type chart. Yeah, here it is, bar chart. Let's select something like this. So this is how this section is created. Now let's click on update. Now similarly, you can go to responsive mode, see how it looks on a mobile phone. It looks amazing. We don't need to do any changes over here. If you want, you can change the size of this heading, but rest everything looks awesome. Okay, let's again go back to desktop mode. Now let's create this third section. Now from here onwards, everything is going to be very easy, and let me explain you how. Because we have one section created. Now we don't need to create all the sections. We just need to copy and paste all the sections and change the settings. Let me explain you that. So first of all, I'll right click on this section that we have just created and I'll click on save as template. And let's name it about a section. Click on save. Fine, we have this section. Now for this one, we'll simply click on, instead of this plus button, we'll click on this folder icon, add template. Go to my templates and we have this about us section. Click on insert, click on yes. Now as you can see, we have this same section over here. We just need to do few things. First of all, we need to change the color of this background that you see over here. So let's do that. So click on this edit section, go to style, background color, and whatever color you like. So I just want to enter this one, 051643. Okay, you'll get this color. Now let's change the color of this title and subtitle as white. So select the title, change the title of your choice. So I'm just selecting CR Top Notch Services, paste it over here. This is the subtitle. We don't need to change the subtitle. First of all, go to style, change the text color to white, select the subtitle, change this text color to white. Now as you can see, we have saved a lot of time over here. Now this is also the same thing, icon box that we have used, so we don't need to do a lot of things. Okay, now if there is just one single change over here, if you see, we have this read more link. When you click on this link, you can redirect a person to some different page. So what we can do is we can add this link. Let me show you how we can add that. So first of all, click on this thing, icon box. Now below this thing, first of all, we need some gap. So I have shown you how you can add a gap or how you can come on a next line. You just have to add this code BR under this bracket. Okay, this arrow bracket. So add this thing once and again add this thing. Now it will add a gap. Okay, now after that you have to open a new tab and type in AHREF. Okay, you'll see the W3 schools page. Open that. you'll see this example. Okay, or if you don't see this, you can simply go to this link w3schools.com/tags/att or whatever you can see on your page. Okay, now we have to copy this thing, come over here and paste it. Okay, let me paste it over here. You can see this thing. So first of all, I don't want this to say visit W3 schools, so I'll change that. I want this to say read more. Fine. And for the link, whatever is given under this quotation marks, okay, you can delete that and put in the link where you want a person to be redirected when they click on this read more. Okay, so I'm just putting this hashtag because I don't have any link for now. Let me add like this, read more. Okay, so we have this format ready. Now we need to do one more thing. First of all, in the header section, we can also add the same thing, the overlay that we have used in the first section, this, this image overlay. So let's do that. So again, select the edit section, go to style. Now select background overlay. Select this background type, classic image, and select that untitled 16 image. Okay, this one, untitled 16 PNG, insert media. Make the opacity 1 and the size as cover. Now click on update. Now let's start designing this section. Okay, so we have this thing, we have the color, we have this icon, we have the text, we have the subtext, we also have this link. We just need to change the color of this thing. So instead of blue or instead of white, let's change the color. So select this pencil button, go to style, and in fact go to advanced. Background color, we have earlier set this to white, so let's change this thing. Now for this one, I want to select 071B50. Okay, you will get this link, you'll get this color. It looks quite similar, but it is different. If you see like this, it looks different. When you do the complete section, you will understand the difference. Okay, now come to style and let's change the color for all this text. So I'll go to content, title, color white, fine. Description, color white, looks amazing. Now I'll delete these columns. First I'll duplicate this column 4 times, and I'll delete this earlier column. Okay, now we have 4 things just like this one. Okay, now again we can do the same thing. We can click on the second icon box, change this icon to gear, and whatever the title is, here it is, brand strategy. So I can put in brand strategy. Okay, click on update. Let's see how it looks. Now as you can see, we have saved a lot of time. We just had the same format ready for a section. We copied that section and just changed some styling, and as you can see, we saved a lot of time. Now this is the same process that we are going to follow throughout the tutorial, because we want to improve the time that is taken to create a website. That is very, very important. Okay, so that is exactly what we are doing in this video. Now we have to create this third section, or maybe the fourth, the fourth section. Okay, so again, quite easy. We'll do the same thing. We'll click on this folder icon and we'll import the about us section. Alright, now first of all, we need to remove this background color. We need to make the background color as white for the complete section. So we'll select this edit section, go to style, color, and make it white. Okay, much better. Now we need to change the title. Instead of this, we need to make it our work. I think that is what the title is. Yeah, that is what the title is. Now after this, we don't need this inner section, so we can delete it. Fine. Now we need to enter these things. Okay, so for this, what we'll do is we'll add inner section like this, and after that we need to make 3 columns. Okay, so we have 1, 2 column. I'll right click on this and click on add new column. We have 1, 2, 3. Now we have to create a section like this. In the background we have the image, and we have this title and subtitle at the bottom left corner. Okay, so let's see how we can do. So first of all, we have to add the title. So we'll bring this heading, and whatever title you want. For example, here we have Hive Online. So I'll enter the same title. Okay, and let's style this thing. So I'll go to style. We have to make it white color, but we'll do that later on, because again, if we make it white, it will disappear because the background is also white. So first, let's change the typography. So select this typography. For font family will always be Source Sans Pro. We don't need to change the text sizes. It looks quite good. So let's leave that thing. Now we don't need to change anything. Only that thing was required. Now we can change the color to white. Now this is disappeared. Now what we can do is we can select this column and we can go to style. Let's add this image in the background. So we have to add this image. Let's find that one. I think this is the one, not this. Yeah, this is the one. Case study gallery 3. Select this, click on insert media. This is how it will look. We have to do some changes. First of all, we have to make it size as cover. Okay, some changes are done to the image. Now let's do some more things. So if you see over here in the demo website, we have a lot of space at top and the text is at the bottom. So let's do that first. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to advanced. We'll add margin of 10 pixels from all the sides. Okay, this is how it will look. Now padding. So I'll delink this. First of all, for top padding, we want this to be 230. Okay, now this is how it will look. Now for right and left, I'll select 35. Okay. Select 35 for right and left, and for bottom also you can select 35 or 30. Okay, this is how it will look. Now let's add an overlay like we have over here. Okay, you can see this color overlay. So let me add that thing. Okay, so I'll come over here, go to style, and for the background overlay, we'll select this one. We'll select gradient. You can select the second color, whatever color you like. Okay. For example, let me select the same color that I've used in the demo website. So I'll make this thing 5169E3. Okay, this is the color that I have selected. Now let's change this location and everything so that that color shows over here. So first of all, we have to select color 1 because we have selected gradient. So color 1, I want this to be transparent. So I'll select the second thing. I'll make it at the bottom. Now this is transparent. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to change the location and everything for this color. If you like the location which is at present, you can just leave this thing as it is, but I want to change that. Okay, so first of all, for the location one, I'll select 25. All right, like 25, 27. Location 2 can be 100, which is fine, and for the opacity, I'll increase this to 0.8 or 0.9. This looks much better. Now this is 180 degree. That's why we have this thing shown like this. But if you want, you can change the degree. So maybe angle, you can change this like this. I'm making it 210. Now this thing is at the bottom left corner. You can see this color is showing at the bottom left corner. So if you want, you can do this as well. Now I want to change the hover effect. So when I hover this, nothing happens, but I'll select this hover. I'll select the color, background type simple. I won't be selecting gradient over here. I will select this simple classic option and enter the same color that I have used for this one. Okay, so I'll enter the same color 5169E3. Now when I hover this, as you can see, this color goes throughout the image. So this is how you can do this effect. Obviously you can do some more changes. If you want to select some other color, you can do that as well. Now after this, we have to add this subtitle which is given at the bottom. So let me copy this thing. Again, click on this button. Now let's again select the heading, bring it just below this thing and enter your subtitle, whatever it is. Now go to style and let's change everything. Okay, so first of all, the color will be white. So select the color white. Now you can do one thing. You can come to content. You can change the HTML tag to H6. Okay, you'll get this type of thing. Or if you want to follow the same process, you can go to style, go to typography. First of all, let's change this to Source Sans Pro. And let's make it 13 pixels. And let's make the weight as 400. or maybe 500, or instead of 13 let's make it 16. Yeah, this looks much better. Now if you see, there is a lot of gap between this title and this subtitle, so we can fix that thing easily. You can go to advanced, you'll see this margin option. Delink this. For margin top, you can select -20. Okay, just enter minus before 20. Okay, this is how it will look. Now we can click on update. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I think -20 was a little bit more, so let's make it -15. Let's see, or maybe -10 should be fine. -15 is also a little bit more, so I'm selecting -10 as the margin top. Okay, this looks amazing. Now what we can do, we can easily right click over here and duplicate this thing. Okay, let me do that. Okay, again, and we can delete these empty columns. Now we just need to do few things. We just have to select the title. Let's change it to whatever title you like. Okay, over here, and let's change the background image. So I'll select this column and let me add this image, and I'll go to style, change this image, and let's select, I think it was this one, not this one. Let's see. Yeah, this one, case study gallery 2. Select this one, click on insert media. Okay, now as you can see, we don't need to style it again and again. We just have done that once and we can use that again and again. Now I can right click on this and duplicate this complete section so that we get the same thing at the bottom, and we have these two columns with two different with 3 each. Okay, now we have 6, just like this one. Okay, we can click on update. Obviously you can go ahead, change all the images and everything. Let's see how this looks in a new tab. So click on this preview changes button, let it load. Okay, first section, second, third and fourth section. Let's see how it looks on a mobile phone. Amazing. Okay, you can see looks awesome. So we don't need to do any changes. We can change this thing. Okay, the size of all this title and subtitle, that can be changed for the mobile phone because it looks quite big. So we can do that, but rest everything looks fine. Now after this, we have this section, our news section. Now before that, we have to write some post, because this is showing some blogs, some posts. So we have to do that first. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go back to the dashboard. Let's go back to the dashboard. Let's see how we can write a post. First of all, let's open a post. Let's see how it looks. So SEO tips to boost your sales. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is how it will look. We have the featured image at the top. This is the title, and whatever text you have, you can put that text just like this. Okay, then at the bottom, a person can leave a comment. At the right hand side, you can showcase, or you can just have a sidebar. You can change these widgets and you can put something else. Okay, but the main format is this one. So let's create a post. It's quite easy. First of all, click on posts. You'll see, okay, we already have, okay, we imported that website at the beginning. That's why we have all these things. Okay, but you'll see only one if you have not imported a website. This hello world, you can delete this thing. Let me add a new one. So click on add new, and let's add this same thing, SEO tips to boost your sales. So copy the title, you'll paste it under the title. You have to select a category for this. So there is some category created automatically. If you want to create a new category, click on add new category, and let's add a new category of SEO. So I'll just type in SEO here and click on add new category. Untick this uncategorized. So we have a category selected. Then we have to select the featured image. So this is the featured image. Okay, so let's select this one. Click on set featured image. Okay, this one. Let's scroll down. This is the one. Select this. Click on set image. Then we have to add this text. So I won't be adding this. This is all simple text. So I can simply copy this from here. Come over here and click on and paste it. Okay, so all the text is added. By the way, if you want to add a new text, it's quite easy. You simply, just like the page builder Elementor, this is also a similar thing. This is not a page builder, obviously. This is content editor. You can click on this plus button to add a block. If you want to add a heading, you can click on this and you can add a heading just like this. For example, SEO tips. Okay, now as you can see, the style is already done, H2 and everything. And now if you want to add a simple paragraph, click on this plus button, select this paragraph and select anything, Nair Sheikh, whatever like. Okay, so this is how you do. If you want, you can add images as well, columns as well. Okay, for example, let's click on this plus button and let's add columns first of all. So let's select layout elements, select columns. Okay, now we have one column, two column. In this column, maybe I want to add an image. So I'll select this, click on this plus button and select image, upload image, not upload image. We already have image. So I'll select media library and let's select this one, click on set image. Now in the second one, again, I can do the same thing, plus button, image, and this time, okay, let's select this one. Okay, so you can easily do all these things. You can increase the size, decrease the size, whatever you like. Okay, it's all up to you. You can write a caption. So very simple thing. You can understand that plus button, whatever you want to add, you can select that and add that thing. Okay, click on publish. So this is how a post is created. Okay, nothing else. Let's view this post. Let's see how it looks. You have this title, subtitle, your featured image, all the text, everything, all the images that we have added. So this is how it will look. Okay, so once you create few posts, yeah, we already have recent post created, we can add those over here. Okay, so again, we'll do the same thing. Let me come back. Okay, we need to add this thing. So come over here and click on this add template and select the about us template that we have saved. My templates, about us section, insert it, yes. All right, we have it like this. Now we don't need this thing, so I'll delete it. In fact, I'll delete the complete inner column. Okay, now we need to add the blog widget. Let's search for that. No blog, no post. Okay, so basically what is happening over here is in the free version of Elementor, you cannot add blogs like this one. Okay, but don't worry, we don't need to purchase the premium version for that. There are few extra plugins that will enable you to do this thing, so don't worry about that. First of all, let's update this thing. Go back to your dashboard. Let's add a new plugin. So hover plugins and click on add new. Now search for live mesh, LIVEMESH. You'll see this one, live mesh add-ons for Elementor. Click on install and activate it. There are few more plugins for additional add-ons for Elementor. You can use them as well. Now activate it. You can skip this thing. Now come back to this page. Let's refresh it. Make sure you first update the page. Now let's scroll down. Now let's search for blog. No blog, post. Now you can see we have post grid, post carousel. Now we can use these things. Okay, so for this one, we want to use this one, post grid. So drag and drop this thing over here, just below this thing. Now we have the same style over here. Okay, so this is how it will look. Now the featured image size looks quite different because this size was quite different and this was a different size. So make sure all the featured image that you're using is of the same size or the same ratio. Okay, for example, this ratio is different and this one is different. So make sure you select image of the same ratio. That would look much better. Let me do one thing. First of all, before changing anything, let me update it. Go back to the post, delete the latest one that we just created. Now let's refresh this page again. Let's scroll down. Okay, this looks much better. Now we have to do few changes over here. So I'll select this thing. First of all, I don't want this my post thing. If you want it, you can keep it. This is the title, my post, and in this you can see the different categories. For example, this is the all category. If you have more categories post, they can click on that and they can see the post related to only that category. So if you want, you can have this thing. Okay, this is quite useful, but if you don't want it, you can delete that as well. First of all, post per page, 6 posts are displayed, 1 2 3 and 3 at the bottom. I just want to display 3, so I'll decrease this to 3. Now as you can see, only 3 posts are displayed. Now I'll go to post content, and first of all, I don't want this heading my post, so I'll delete it. Okay, that is gone. Now we have this thing at the middle, in the middle. Okay, so if you want to keep this thing, you can have it. If you don't want it, you can just untick these things. Okay, not this, I'm sorry, what did I do? Not this one. Go to post meta first of all, and here we are just displaying the title and the content, nothing more. Okay, so here also let's do the same thing. Okay, we don't want this meta, so I don't want this author, I don't want what is this, date, so not required, and I also don't want this category, so I'll untick all these things. Now I just have the title and the content. So this looks quite simple. All right, let's go to settings. Now in the settings, you will see this filterable. If you make it no, that thing will go from the top. Okay, this filtration option, this will go from the top. So if you want to delete that, you can just make it no. Now click on update. This will add this section, our news section. Let's just change this title to our news. Fine. Click on update. Then after that, we have this testimonial section. Only 2 or 3 sections are left, and after that the home page will be completed. And once the home page is completed, rest everything will be more easier, because you know we have one complete page, a design page structure, and after that we just have to copy and paste the page and do the required changes. Okay, so it will be quite easy afterwards. Now let's do the same thing. Let's click on this folder icon and let's import the template of the about us section. Now here we don't need this thing, so we can delete it. We just have the title, we don't have the subtitle over here, so I'll delete this subtitle as well. And for the background of this edit section, we'll make it white color. Fine. Let's change this title to what our clients say. Fine. Now after this, we have to add this testimonials. So again, come back over here and search for testimonial slider. This is the one. Drag and drop this thing over here. You'll see it like this. Okay, so let's change this thing. So first of all, you can, let me come over here first of all. Okay, so I'm copying this text, whatever the testimonial is, and you have to select customer 1, and this is the text. Fine. Let me delete this text and paste in this text. Okay, now you can see. Okay, make sure to paste it under this text thing. Okay, visual thing, text thing. So select the text section and paste your title, or type your title over here, or text over here. We have this text. Now we need to change the name. Instead of customer number 1, I want this to be Louis, whatever it is. Okay, name, change it. Client detail, CEO of Envision Incorporation, which is fine. Now let's add this image. So I'll select this, choose your image, and media library, we can select this image. Let's see, let it load. Now let me select this image, click on insert media. Okay, we can increase the size of image. We'll see how to do that. Okay, so similarly, you can make changes to customer number 2, customer number 3, go to settings, and animation, how you want, slide, fade, horizontal, slide show speed, all these things you can change it from. If when someone hovers on this, do you want this thing to pause, or whatever settings you want, you can select it from here. Now go to style and author thumbnail size. Let's increase this to maybe 150. Yeah, 150 looks much better. Yeah, rest everything looks good. Just select this section, go to advanced. Let's add some space at top and bottom. So padding top maybe 50. Yeah, good. Padding bottom also 50. So we have some gap at top and bottom. Click on update. All right, now so easily we have completed this section as well. Now let's use this section, or let's create this section. I think it is in under the same section, I guess. Yeah, it is under the same section. We just have this divider, and after that we have this thing. So let's first add this divider. So we can come back and search for divider, bring it over here, just below this. Okay, for color, I want this to be light gray color. So select this 7A, 7A, 7A color. 100, if you decrease the width and make it center align, you can see the changes. Okay, this is how it will look. So if you want, you can select 50%, 80%. Don't select 100%, it won't look that good. If we select 50%, this is how the divider will look. I think 50% also looks good, so let it be like this. Click on update. Now after this, we have to add this section. So again, come back over here and search for image carousel. This is the one. Select this image carousel, bring it under this slider. Let's add all the images. So click on add images and select all the images that you want to show under this image carousel, and click on create a new gallery. Insert gallery. It will show like this. Now I don't want to show these dots at the bottom. I also don't want to show the arrows. Okay, so I can disable that. Image stretch, no navigation, arrows and dots. I'll select none. I don't want any navigation. This will be an automatic thing. Okay, 4 images should be displayed in this screen. So let's see that settings, slides to show 4. Okay, this is how it will look. All right, rest everything looks good. Click on update. Fine. Now let's see everything, whether everything was good, looking good in mobile phone. Perfect. Okay, so everything looks amazing. Now let's go at the bottom and let's create the last section, the footer section. Okay, so again we can do the same thing. Import this about us section. Fine. Now we don't need this inner column, so we can again delete it. Title is start your free consultation, or whatever your title is. Just enter that title. Make the color as white. Subtitle, just change the color to white. It's not looking properly, but we can fix that thing. Okay, now let's add this image in the background, and on top of that we have an overlay. Okay, so let's see what that is. Okay, so I'll click on this edit section, go to style. For background type, I don't want the color, so I'll remove that color. I want image. I'll select this image, and let's see which one we have. We have this one, which is this one. Okay, select this thing, case study gallery 3, this one. Okay, insert media. This is how it will look. Size, I want this to be cover. Now I want to add an overlay on top of that so that we can see the text more properly. At present, we are not able to see the text properly, so we can add an overlay. Background overlay, select this thing. Background type, simple. Color, select black. Okay, now we can see everything properly. Okay, now after this we have to add this button, and before that we have some gap, so we can add that gap as well. So select this second text, subtitle, go to advanced, unlink this, and at the bottom let's add 30 pixels or 40 pixels padding at bottom, and after that we just have to add the button. So first of all, let's click on update. Now we can copy the button which is given at the top, which is over here. We can copy this button. So let me do one thing. Let's see. Copy this button from the top, right click, copy, come at the bottom, right click and paste. Now let's make it center align, and if we want to redirect this button to contact page. We haven't created the contact page, but once you create the contact page, you just have to come to this link and under this delete this hashtag and type in contact. Once you type in contact, it will give you the option, like we have this option home page. You just have to select that contact page. We don't have it like right now, but just like this home page, you just have to select that and it will give you the link for the contact page. Okay, I hope that is cleared. We don't have the pages right now, so let me do one thing. Let's fix this thing. Okay, let me first update it. Come over here. Now our pages, click on add new. Let's create the contact page. We won't do anything, just create the page. So I'll just type in contact, click on publish. We are not doing anything, just creating pages. And again, let's create a new page. Who we are, publish it, a new page, what we do, fine, new page. Let's add the blog page. I think it's enough. What we do, yeah, all the pages are now present. Now let's refresh this page. Okay, now here we have the contact page, so we can select this button first of all. Now under the link, search for contact. You'll see this contact page at the top. Select this thing, come at the bottom. All right, now we can do one thing. We can add under this R news. Let me do one thing. Let's get this button from here, copy this button, paste this button over here, change this text to go to news. So whenever someone clicks on this button, they can see all the news, the blog page basically. Okay, so from the link, search for blog and select the blog page. Now go at the bottom, select this button and let's link this with the contact page. So search for contact, select the contact page, click on update. All right guys, now with this we have completed our page. And let me do one thing. Yeah, fine, we can do that later. So with this we have completed the most important page, that is the home page. Okay, we have seen all the animation and everything. Now rest everything that we are going to do from here onwards is very, very simple. Once we create the other page, whatever page we are going to create, about us or services page, that page can be used to replicate some other pages because all the designs are very much similar. Okay, so you will understand that much better when we start creating that. Alright guys, now before creating any other page, whether it be the about us or the contact us page, let's first create the footer section, which is this one, because if we create the footer section now, we can use this section in other pages, so we don't have to create it again. So let's see how we can create this section. So first of all, we have to click on this plus button and select, not this, click on plus button and select a single column. All right, now first of all we have this logo, so we have to create a logo. If you don't already have a logo, I'll show you how you can create a simple logo like this one for free. If you have that, that's amazing, but if you don't have a logo, you can simply open a new tab and type in logomaker.com, LOGOMAKR. It's not MAKER, it's MAKR.com. Okay, now first of all you have to search for the icon that you want to use. So for example, I want to use this graph icon, so I can search for graph over here and click on enter or press enter. Now I can select any icon of my choice. I just want to select a similar one that I have used in the demo website. So let me search. This is the one, so let me click on this. Now you can use this, so let me decrease the size a little bit. We can also change the color of this, so you can just use this to change the color. I want this color. Now you can also add a color by simply clicking on this T icon. Now you can add a text. So in this demo example, it says demo logo. Let me type in the same thing, demo logo. Now we can bring this thing over here, increase or decrease the size. It's all up to you. Okay, this looks much better. We can also change the text, the font family. I think let's try this one. Okay, so this looks much better. Okay, now I want to change the color of this text a little bit like this. Fine. So once you are ready with your logo, you can click on this crop icon, which is at the bottom right corner. Click on that and select the portion that you want to crop. Now double click over here. Fine, you have this section. Now we can click on this save logo, which is at the right top right, and click on this no thanks download low resolution file. You will download this file. If it is not downloading, click on this download icon, and if it is still not downloading, you'll get this pop-up block thing. So make sure you unblock that pop-up. Okay, it happens sometimes, so it can happen with you if the logo is not automatically downloading. Now let me cut this thing. So come back to this page and let's select this thing, image, drag and drop the image over here. Now let's select that image, upload that image if you have not already uploaded. This is the image. I'm selecting this, click on insert media. Now let's decrease the size of this image to medium. Select medium and make sure it is 300 by 300. Okay, select that. Now after that we have this thing, the menus, home, who we are, what we do, and all those things. So for that, what we'll do is we'll simply add this inner section. So drag and drop this inner section just below this logo. Now let's add some more columns. So I'll right click over here, duplicate, right click, duplicate. I just want 5 columns. All right, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. Now in the first column, let's add this text. We just have to add it once and design it once, style it once. And after that, we can copy and paste for all this text that you see over here. Okay, so it's quite easy. Now come over here. First of all, you have to add or change the text. So I'll change this text to home. So let me type in home. Now I'll make it center align. Just click on this center align logo. Now let's style this thing. So first of all, I'll change the color to, let's see what color we have for to that color. Okay, so I'll select this text color and I'll type in 5D5F64. All right. Now let's change the typography. Obviously the font family will be same. Source Sans Pro. Font size, I'll make it 14 pixels and font weight 400 or 500 pixels. Let's select 500. Also make sure to select the line height. First select pixels and type in 32. Fine. Now once we have this thing, we can link this text because this is basically the link for the home page. We can link this to the home page. So come to content and under link type in home. You'll get this option home page. Select that. So home, it is now linked to the home page. Now we can copy this thing, right click on this and copy it, paste it in all the 5 columns. Fine. Now select the second column or second heading. In the second heading, we have who we are. So type in who we are and link this with the who we are page. So under the link, type in who we are. You'll get this option. Select the third one, type in what we do. Under the link, search for the same what we do. You'll get this page. Select that. Select the fourth one and make it blog, or maybe type in news and link this with the blog page. So search for blog. Select this blog page. Now the last one, type in get in touch and link this with the contact page. Select the contact page, click on update. Now let's see how it looks. Right now, as you can see, it looks quite different. So we'll have to fix that. Okay. Here it looks quite good. So I'll have to fix that. So we'll select this thing, edit section, and edit section, and we'll make the content width as 650 pixels. Okay, like this. Now it looks much better. You can select 650 or maybe 700, whatever you like. Okay, or you can increase or decrease this number. It's all up to you. I have selected 650 pixels over here. Now I'll do one thing. I'll in fact duplicate this entire section, inner section, so that we have something like this, because we also have the same style for this one. Now I'll copy this code, come over here, select the first one, paste it over here. Now I don't want this to be linked to anything, so I'll delete this link. And instead of 5 columns, I want only 3, so I'll delete 2 columns. Alright, now select the second one, copy this text, made with heart icon emoji, that is made with love by Naya Sheikh. Paste in this, and again make sure to delete the link. Now select the third one, copy all rights reserved, and make sure to paste in that. Alright, and also make sure to delete the link. Fine. Now after that, again come back and search for social icons. Bring this thing at the bottom. Okay, over here. Now first of all, go to Facebook and make sure to enter your link for Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, all these social IDs, whatever you're using. Now let's change the style. Go to style, instead of official color, select custom color, and the primary color is the background color, so I'll make the primary color as transparent, and the secondary color is the color. So for the secondary color, I'll use the same color, which is 5D5F64. Okay, then after that we can, okay, fine, this is fine. Now let's add some space. So I'll select this thing, edit section, delink this padding, add 50 pixels top and bottom padding. Alright, top and bottom padding 50 pixels. Then after that, I'll select this one and I'll add 30 pixels top and bottom padding and click on update. Alright, so with this we are done with the footer. Now you can do one thing, you can right click over here, click on save as template, and you can name it footer bottom. Okay, and click on save. It will save this template. Now you can also save this template, which is this footer top. So right click on this, click on save as template, and so just type in footer. All the spellings are wrong, so don't worry about that. Footer top, click on save. Alright, so both these sections will be saved, and we can use these things later on in when we create other pages. Alright guys, now let's start creating the who we are page or the about us page. So let's do that. So for that, now we can cut this page because everything is done on this page. So we can go to dashboard. Now we can go to pages because we have already created that page, and here it is, who we are. Edit this page. Now let's see first of all how this page looks like. So we can see that from here, I guess. Yeah, here is the view page link. Right click on this, open link in a new tab, and this is how it looks. So again, we have to do the same settings. We have to disable title, disable featured image, make it full width stretched, and sidebar should be no sidebar. Now click on update, come over here, again refresh it. Okay, so this is how it looks, blank page. Now let's edit this with Elementor. So click on this button, edit with Elementor. Now let me open that page over here so that we can see how it looks. Alright guys, now come back over here and first of all click on this plus button and select a single column, because we just have one single thing over here. Okay, the title and some subtitle. So first for the title, we'll be using the heading text. So drag and drop this thing over here, add your title, which is who we are in this case. Make it center align. Now go to style and let's style it. First of all, the text will be white because we have a dark background, but we'll change the text color later on. Let's first change the typography. So Sans Pro will be the font family. The font size will be 48. Okay, and we can make it 700, quite bolder, or if you want you can go to 900 or 800. Okay, now we can do some more changes. We can decrease the letter spacing to -2. Okay, this looks much better. So this is how it will look. Now the second thing that we need, again we will be using the heading. So drag and drop this thing over here and enter your heading or subheading, whatever it is, paste it over here, make it center align. Go to style, again we'll change the color later on. Let's change the typography, change the font family, make it 21 pixels, and let's make it 400 weight. Alright, that's it. So we have the content. Now we can design our background. So select this edit section. Now go to style and first let's add the background image. So select classic, select the image, and let's select this image which is so used over there, which was, okay, I think this is the one which is 1200 by 900. Select this, click on insert media. Now for the size, select cover. Okay, make sure to select that cover size. Now we can add the overlay. So for that we can select this thing, background overlay, and if you see it is a gradient color. So let's see, select this gradient color, select the color 1, and for the color 1 type in 3E42AD. Okay, you'll see this color. For the color 2, I don't want this color, I have a different color, so I'll type in 6E1E4. okay, this is how it will look. Now we have to change the direction, the angle. So for the angle, make it 280 degree. Okay, just like this, and let's increase the opacity to maybe 0.8 or 0.85 should be better. Okay, so this is how it will look. Now we can add some padding at top and bottom. So we can go to advanced, delink this, top padding 100, bottom padding also 100. Okay, so this is how it will look. Now let's add that divider at the bottom. So again we can go to style and we have this shape divider, select this one. Now we don't want it for the top, we want this for the bottom, so select bottom. And for the type, I think it is tilt opacity, this one. Yeah, exactly. You can see the exact, there are many more design. You can select pyramids and drops, clouds. There are many designs that you can select. The one which I have used is tilt opacity. So select this one. Now we can change the color of this thing. So select this, select the color white, sub heading, select the color white, click on update. So with this we have completed the first section, and this section will be used in every single page that we are going to create later on. Then after that we have this section. Okay, so again for this section we can use create it once and we can use it multiple times. Like this section is also used over here and in the next pages that we are going to create. So for this we'll add a new row, divide this into 2 columns. In the first column we have this text, simple text, copy it, bring this heading over here, paste in your text, go to style and let's change the color to 202020. Now for the typography we have to select the same font family. Size should be a little bit bigger, so I'll select 38 and weight 700. We can also improve the line height. So for line height we can select around 50 pixels. Okay, this looks much better. And also in this example -2 letter spacing is used, so let's do that as well. So this is how this thing will look. Fine. Now let's copy this much text, come over here, paste in this text. So let's bring this heading, paste in this text, go to style, color 5, what was that, 5D5F64 I guess. Now go to typography and let's change the design for this one as well. So Source Sans Pro. And size will be 18 pixels into 400 weight. Okay. And line height, I'll select pixels and make it 32. Okay. This looks much better. Now in the second column, we just have this simple image. So I'll select this image, bring it in the second column and insert that image. Now select this image and click on insert media. This is how it will look, and we can make these things in the middle, this content in the middle. So I'll select the column 1 setting and content position, I'll select middle. Alright, so this is looking amazing. Now click on update. We can add some space at top and bottom. So we can select this edit section, go to advanced. Let's add some 100 pixels padding at top and bottom. Alright, click on update again. Now after this, we have this section, the people's or the members section. So for that, we can use the the about us section thing that we have already copied. So we can use this thing because the same color title subtitle is used. Okay, so color subtitle title is used. Just change the title to the right people in the right jobs. All right, now instead of this thing, delete it, and we have to use image and all these things. Okay, so first of all, we at the top we have the image. So I'll bring the image over here. Let's upload the image. Let's select this one, click on insert media. Okay, so we have our image. Now after that, we have this text. So let me copy this text and bring the heading just below this one. Okay, now paste in this text. Now all this thing will come in one line. If you want to bring this CEO and founder in other line, you have to repeat the same thing. Type in BR under this brackets, these kind of brackets. Okay, so just like this, then the text that you enter after this thing will come on another line. Then after that, we have this text. So copy this text. First of all, let's style this text. Okay, so click on style. Now for the color, again we'll select the same color, 202020. Now font family, the same thing. Size should be 24 pixels and let's make it bolder. It's already bolder, so let's select 700 if it is not yet selected. And let's increase the line height. So I'll select px for pixels and type in 33. All right, looking much better. Now let's copy and paste in this text and let's bring it over here. So again, I'll bring this heading text just below this one, paste in the text, whatever you like, go to style. For this one, 5D 5F64. Now select the typography, select the font family. Our size will be 18 pixels and let's make it a little bit lighter. So select 500. All right, fine. So this is looking much better, and we can also increase some line height. So select pixels and let's enter 32, or maybe not 32. Yeah, 32 is the one. Okay, fine. So 32 pixels. Everything is left aligned, which is good. Now let's add some social icons. So again, come back over here, search for social icons, bring this thing just at the bottom, make it left aligned. Again, make sure to enter your links. Go to style, custom color. Primary color should be transparent, which is the background color. And for the secondary color, we have to select 5D 5F64. Okay, this gray color. Now, if you notice one thing, first let's see how it looks. Okay, so this is how it looks. We have to give a white color background to this entire section, all three things. Okay, and this is how it should look. So first, let's start with the top section. So for select the top one, this text, go to advanced, or maybe go to advanced, select background and select white color. So this is how it will look. Let me show you. Okay, it is not looking quite good because again, everything is touching the corners, everything is touching the sides, both the sides. So we need some padding, and there is some gap between this image and this thing. So we'll have to get rid of this gap. So it's quite easy, don't worry. Select this advanced section. First of all, dealing this margin, and top margin, make it 20 minus, okay, minus 20. Now as you can see, that gap is gone. Now let's add some padding. So for this we can add 20 padding. Okay, let's see again, looks much better. Okay, so similarly for this section also we can do the same thing. Select the second text, go to advanced, background color white. Alright, advanced, D-link margin top -20 and padding 20 pixels. Same thing with this social icon. Select this, go to advanced, background color white, advanced, margin top minus, first D-link it, margin top -20 and padding 20 pixels. Okay, I think we did not, white color, fine. Now we can update this thing. Now this is looking exactly like the demo website. Okay, so this is fine. Now we can do one thing. We can delete these columns and duplicate this column 2 or 3 or 4 times depending on the number of members you want to showcase. Okay, now it's quite simple. Select the second one, change the image, select this thing, change whatever the title, subtitle is. So for this one, this is Mark White, SEO specialist. So instead of Tim Woods, select Mark White. Instead of CEO and founder, select SEO specialist or whatever it is. So select that, and rest everything also you can change easily. Now click on update. Alright, so this section is done. Now after that we have this section, and these two sections are already created. So for this section also we don't have to do a lot. We simply can do one thing. We can copy this section, right click, copy, come over here, right click, paste, and we can bring this image at the, don't bring this image like this, bring this column at the left hand side. Now replace this image with this one. So let's do that. Select this image, replace it with that image, with this image. Okay, select this, click on insert media, and let's change the text. So here it says, are you dedicated, hardworking, whatever text you like. Select this, replace that text, and we can use that button. Okay, so we don't have this button, but what you can do, you can copy that button from the home page. In fact, what we should have done is we should have saved that button that we have used in the home page, and we could have used it just like this, just like this templates. So make sure you do that. Let me update this page, or maybe let me very quickly show you how we can do that. Let me go to home page. Click on this edit with Elementor. We don't have the option to save as global, that is available with the Elementor Pro, but we can do one thing. We can right click on this section and we can save this section as a template. So let's do that, save as template, and let's name it buttons and save it. Now once it is done, you can come back to this page, refresh it. Now go at the bottom, select this folder icon, my template, and here we have the buttons. Insert it, just use this button, bring this button over here just below this. So let's do that. Cut this thing, this section is no more required, and you can change the title whatever you want and wherever you want to link this. Okay, so this is how easy it is. Now below this thing we need to add these two sections. Okay, this one, footer top and footer bottom. So let's do that. Click on this and select footer top, make it yes. Then again select this, and this time select footer bottom, make it yes. Okay, alright guys, so this is how it is done. Now we can click on update. So this looks amazing. So this is how this section is created. So with this we have also completed this page, who we are page. Now what we can do is we can save this complete page as a template. So you'll see this beside this update button, we have this icon. Click on this and click on save as template, and just name it whatever you like. I'm naming it who we are page. Now we can use this complete page and it will save us a lot of time. Okay, so this page is done. Now we can go back to our dashboard and let's start with this page. What we do, this is so easy because we don't even have to do anything over here. You will see that by yourself. So first of all, let's click on pages. And here it is. What we do, click on edit. Again, just make sure to do all these settings. Disable title, disable featured image, make it full width stretched and no sidebar, and click on update. Now let's edit this with Elementor. Now first of all, the first thing that we are going to do is click on this button, folder icon button, select the my template and select this who we are page. Click on insert, make it yes. Now as you can see, the title, everything is done. Okay, as you can see, the complete page is present in front of us. These two sections at the bottom is already present. This thing is already present. We just need to change the title. Instead of who we are, we have to type in what we do. Okay, over here, what we do. Then whatever thing you want to enter. So I have all these pages. So I just want to enter this, copy this text, paste it over here, replace this image with this image. Okay, so let's search for this image. Here it is. Select this, click on insert media. Now we don't need this section. We can cut this thing. Then after that, replace this image with this one. Okay, so search for this. Here it is. Select this, click on insert media and change this title. As you can see, it is so easy. Just one thing is left over here. Just make sure to change the color of this column and make it F2. Okay, a little bit lighter color. Okay, now again you can copy this complete section, right click, copy and paste it over here. Okay, you can click on this and click on paste. Okay, it went bottom. Don't worry, you can just drag and drop this thing at the top. Again, let's see this image, and this is the title, rank your local SEO business. Change the title and replace this image with this one. So click on this image, replace it with this image. Now again, copy this section and paste it, right click over here and paste. This will come below this, and let's replace these things. Okay, this is the title, web analysis. Replace this title and let's replace this image. So select this image, delete it and replace it with this one. Now as you can see, within few minutes the complete page is now over. Okay, so the what we do page is now complete just within few seconds or within few minutes. Okay, so once we have one template or one structure, creating pages after that becomes quite easy. So this is also done, and then we have the fourth page. So again, come back to the dashboard first of all, and after that let's create the contact page, which is this get in touch page, or maybe let's create the blog page first because that is more easier. So come back over here, click on pages, select the blog page, edit it, do the same thing, disable title and featured image, and for the layout make sure it is full width stretched and sidebar no sidebar. Click on update and click on edit with Elementor. Now as you can see, the same structure, we just have these blogs at in the middle, and rest everything is same. Again, click on this button, select my templates, and let's get this who we are. Okay, about us page. Yeah, this one, who we are page. So select this page, insert it, make it yes. Let's start from the top. First of all, we just have to change the title to news. So let's type in news. Then we have to delete all these things. These things are not required. Okay, only two things. Okay, fine. And in middle we have to enter this thing, so delete this as well. Now click on this plus button. It will add a section over here. Click on this plus, select a single column section, and in this just add the blocks section, post section, I guess. Yeah, this one, post grid. Bring this thing over here. Okay, this is how it will look. Again, we have to do the same thing. Post content, we have to delete the title. We don't need this title, so we can get rid of this. And this time I think you can use this thing. Okay, what was this called? Filterable. You can use this filtration option. Okay, so I think this time it could be quite useful. And I think this time you can also leave these things, this metadata, author, date, and all those things. Okay, so I think this is quite useful this time. Even if you don't disable this, I think it is quite good. What we can do is, let me see this thing. Okay, meta, entry meta. We can do one thing. We can decrease the size of this meta. Okay, all these things. Okay, author, date, and these things. Okay, because the size is quite big, so let me select maybe 12. Yeah, 12 pixels is fine. Rest everything is good. Just decrease the size of this entry meta. Okay, click on update, and with this the blog page is also ready, or the news page is also ready. Again, let's come back to the dashboard and let's create the last page, which is the contact page. So let's do that. Again, click on pages. Here we have the contact. Click on edit. This is how the contact page looks like. This is also quite easy. Don't worry about this. Now select this thing, do the same settings, disable title, disable featured image. Layout should be full width stretched, and sidebar, no sidebar. Click on update. Now click on edit with Elementor. Again, let's get the same template. My templates, who we are page. Let's get the complete page template, and let's change the title to contact us first of all. So select this who we are, click on this, change this to contact us. Now we don't need these things, or maybe we can do one thing. Let's delete this. Okay, now in this page, even the bottom section, this section is also not required because we are already on the contact page, so that section is also not required. Now what we can do over here is, let's see first. First of all, we have the title, subtitle, and here also title, subtitle. So we can use this title, subtitle. Just change the title, get in touch. Okay, click on this and type in get in touch. Then we have some subtitle, copy it, select this subtitle, paste it over here. Now we need to do one thing. We can click on this edit column setting, and this time instead of content position middle, we can select top. Okay. Now after that, we have to add this section, inner section. Okay. Because we need to add these two things. So let's do that. So first of all, we need to add this section. Okay. First we have the title. So let me get some simple heading. And the title is New York, or whatever your title is. Okay, this is basically a branch. Now come to style, change the color to 202020. Go to typography, change the font family, and decrease the size to 18 pixels. Now after that, we need to add this icon box, but this time the icon will be at the left hand side. So use this icon box, drag and drop this thing just below this title and make it icon position left. Okay, just like this. Now the icon is this map icon. So search for this map icon, select this one, and we don't need anything in the description. We can delete the description. We just need the title. Now the title is this thing, whatever the text is, just copy that text and enter under the title. Now go to style. Let's decrease the size of this icon. So let's make it maybe 20 pixels should be fine. So make it 20 pixels. Icon color is this 5D5F64 dark gray color. Now select the content and we have to select this title. Again, the title color is also same 5D5F64. Now select the typography, make it Source Sans Pro. Size should be 16 pixels and weight will be 500. Okay, now we can also change the line height to 27 pixels. Okay, don't make sure PX is selected. Now we can do one thing, we can copy this. We can in fact duplicate it 2-3 times. Alright, now we can enter all the details. This is the number and we have this phone icon. So select the second one. Icon, select the phone icon. This one. And in the title, paste in the number. We need only 3, so delete the fourth one. Now the third one, we have the email address. So select the third one. And in the icon, search for the envelope icon. And change the title to your email address. Now what we can do, I think there is a lot of gap over here. So I can select the first one, go to advanced, dealing the margin and bottom margin -20. Let me see. Maybe more than that. Let me add -50. -40 should be fine. Okay, so -40. Now select the second one. Go to advanced, delink it, and bottom margin, let's try -40. Fine, looks awesome. Okay, so we can now duplicate this column and delete this empty column. Now you can easily change whatever text is given. You can change and replace that. Now click on update. Now at the right hand side, we have this title, subtitle, and then we have this contact form. So quite easy. We don't want this image, so we can right click and delete this image. Now we can right click this title, copy it, paste it over here, copy the subtitle, paste it over here. For the title, we need to change this to how can we help. So click on this title, replace it. For the subtitle, copy it. Whatever the subtitle is, replace it. Fine. Then after that, we have this contact form. Again, quite easy. First, update this page. Now go to your dashboard. So let me copy this dashboard link in a new tab. Now you'll see this contact thing over here. Hover that and click on add new. Now we can give it any title. So I'm giving it a title of contact form 2 because most of the time form 1 is already created. Now we don't need this thing, but I'll delete these things later on. First, I'll add a space and I'll start adding things from the top. Now if you see, this is how the thing looks like. So first of all, we need this text area. Okay, we need the text. So we'll click on this one, text. Click on this button and whether you want to make it required, compulsory. So if it is required, if the person does not fill and try to submit this form, it will not submit. Okay, so I want to make this thing required. Under the name, just delete this and type in your hyphen name. Okay, make sure to delete that and type in your hyphen name. Now default value, you can leave this thing or what you can do is you can use as a placeholder. For example, inside this thing, it is typed in enter your name and we have this asterisk. So I can do that thing. I can type in enter your name and in brackets, I can type in this asterisk. Okay. Now I can tick mark this, use this as the placeholder. So this is the placeholder, whatever is typed in inside. Okay. Now we can leave this thing, click on insert tag. This is how it should look like. Now after this, we have email. Okay. So give a space, select email. This is also required. And for this, name should be your hyphen email. Fine. And for default value, again, I'll tick mark this, use this as a placeholder and I'll type in enter your email. Fine. Now click on insert tag. Then after that we have another text. How can we help? So again, search for this text, and instead of this thing I can type in, instead of your name I can type in your subject. So maybe this is the subject. Okay, and instead of this I'll type in how can we help. Fine. Click on insert tag, and at the end we have this text area. Okay, so for that again I'll enter and select this thing, text area. Select this one. This is also required field, and in the name I'll type in your hyphen message. For the default value it says enter your message, so make sure to enter that. Fine. Click on insert tag. Now because we have all these things, text, email, all these things, we can delete these. Okay, label, all this will with label ones, we can delete those. Just make sure you don't delete this one, submit button, and instead of send we can, here it says contact us, so I'll replace this send with contact us text. Okay, now click on save. Now we can use this thing, we can use this form in our page. Okay, so we can come over here, refresh this page. Now you can do a few things. The first way of entering that is simply by, let's see whether we have anything. Contact, we don't have anything. Type in HTML. Yeah, we have the HTML element. You can drag this HTML element over here. Okay, we don't have, we can copy this text from here. Okay, this code, if you can see this shortcode, copy this shortcode, and we don't require this HTML, I'm sorry. Delete it. We can use this one, text area, text editor. Bring this text editor and delete this text and paste in this code. Okay, whatever code you have copied, paste it. Click on update, preview changes. Let's see how it looks. Okay, as you can see, you have your contact form displaying over here, and I think this looks amazing. In fact, better than what it was looking on the home page, because in the home page I have used some other way, but I think this one looks much better. Okay, so this is how this page is created. Now let me get rid of all these pages. Fine. Now the last thing is to add this thing, Google Map. Okay, so what we can do is we can again click on this plus button to add a section. Click on this plus button, single column, and search for Google Maps. Here it is, Google Maps. Drag and drop this thing over here. Now whatever location you want to be shown over here, enter that location. So I'm just entering Mumbai, India. Let's see. Okay, I want to zoom this thing a bit, so I'll increase the zoom more. Okay, now make sure to enter your perfect location that is registered on Google Map. That would be much better. Now for the height, I want to make it 500 pixels. Okay, this is how it will look, and let's see how it looks like this. Now I don't want this gap and everything. I want this section to touch both the sides. So I'll do one thing. I'll select this edit section, make it stretch section, and instead of box I'll make it full width. Okay, and column gap I'll select no gap. Now let's see how this looks. Now this looks exactly how I want it. Okay, so we can again update this page. Now after this we have the last section, which is this one, quite easy section. So let's see how we can do this as well. So again I'll click on this plus button. Now click on this plus button and select this one, 2 columns. Okay, in the first one we have to add simple text and title, subtitle, and button, which we already have over here. Title, copy the title, paste it over here, copy this subtitle, paste it, and for the button we can click on this folder button And because we have already saved that button element, if you remember, buttons, select this, insert, make it yes, bring this button just below this one, okay, and delete this section, we don't require it. Now we can make everything center align. Select this, make it center align, select this, make it center align, everything, okay. Now we have this section and we have to create a similar section, but before that we have to add this padding from all the sides, okay. So, and we also have to make the background color white, which is already white, but still we'll select this edit column, go to style, for the background color I'll select white. Now I'll go to advanced, and for the column padding this time I'll select percentage and I'll type in 15. This will make 15% padding from all the sides, okay, like this one. Now I'll do one thing, I'll duplicate this column and delete this empty column. Now I'll select the second column setting, go to style and change the background color. Instead of white, I will make it EFF1F3, okay, this color. Let me show you. So this is how this section will look like. Let me do one thing, let's make it full width. So select this edit section, make it stretch section, and instead of this select full width, okay, looking much better. Now click on update. Alright guys, so with this we have completed all the pages that were required to create this website. Now only two things are left, the top section, which is the header, and the footer. Footer is already done, but if you want to delete this thing, let me show you how you can do that, okay. So first of all, let's come back to the dashboard. Now first let's create a menu. So hover appearance and click on menus. Let me open our website, let's see how it looks. Okay, so this is how it looks. So in the menu, first we have home, what we do, who we are, blog, and then this button. So because we imported these things, we can just go ahead and delete these. Okay, in fact, let me do one thing. Let me just create a new menu. Let me show you how you can do that. So just make sure primary menu, this thing is tick mark. Make sure to untick this and click on save menu if you have imported this website. Okay, if you have not, you can click on create a new menu. Let's name it main menu. Click on create menu. Now select view page and select all the pages that you want to show. I'm selecting all the pages, and make this contact page at the bottom and select primary menu. Click on save menu. Let's refresh this page. Okay, now as you can see, the menu is now showing. I'll show you how we can do this thing. We want to make this contact as this button. Okay, we'll see how to do that. So for that, you have to come over here and click on customize. Now select this thing layout, select header, primary header, and whatever you like. So in the last menu, button, which is fine. Button text, I want the button text to be get in touch now. So I'll select get in touch. All right, the button text is changed, and I want this to be linked to the contact page. So I'll type in contact. We should get the contact page link, I guess. If you don't get, don't worry, we can simply right click on this contact page link, click on copy link address, or you can open your website in a new tab. Let me show you. We have this contact page, right click on this copy link address and paste in this button link. Okay, now because we have the contact page over here, we can delete this contact from the menu. Okay, so we'll see how we can do that. Now if you want to change the color and everything, you can do it from here. So this is how the menu is done. Now I want to make this menu a transparent menu, so I'll come back, I'll select this transparent header and click on enable on complete website. just make sure this thing is selected disable on post. Okay, disable on post, disable on blog index page, and all these three things are these four things are selected. It should be enabled on complete website but not on post, so select this thing. Now make sure the settings that you see match the settings on my screen. Click on publish. Now let's fix this thing, this footer thing. Okay, so come back over here. Now select the footer widgets. We don't require them, we can disable it. Come back, footer bar. Again, this thing is selected, we don't require it, so simply disable it. This thing, the bottom footer, will disable. Now as you can see, this is how it is done. Click on publish and cut this thing. Alright guys, so with this we have completed this tutorial. This tutorial was quite difficult for me because to create this website I had to use all the free resources. So it was quite difficult for me. So I hope you guys will appreciate it. Make sure to click on the subscribe button and also click on that bell icon so that you don't miss any notifications. Okay, whenever I upload any videos, you get that notification. Also make sure to give a thumbs up to this video and share this with your friends and family on Facebook and Twitter. If you have any doubt, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can leave them in the comments section below. Thanks a lot for watching guys. See you in the next video.